Yo. All right, logging in. It'll be up. Oh, my sub expired. Oh, shit. Actually, efficient. Efficient if you think about it. Actually, wait, maybe I can do the like, can you like redeem it for gold or something? Save some dollary dues. Maybe the patch is tomorrow. Certainly possible. Oh, I don't think you can do that if your realms are... Wait, I mean, it's letting me look at the menu. Maybe I do have a sub. I don't know. We gave up at 5%. Yeah, let me pull that up, actually. Anyone have the RWL? I think it was in my Discord. I'm not sure how far back I would need to go. I mean, I was on it all day yesterday. It's 1 a.m. for EU now. Yeah, bro. Slam it. That means that you guys have multiple hours. Actually, how many hours until the realms go down? I'm looking for some true degeneracy. To get Race to World last requires commitment. You know? Okay, I actually think I'm not going to be able to find this. Actually, maybe I found it on a different channel. It wasn't a different channel. Here it is. Yeah, so there's two guilds that like I mean, these four realistically are the ones that could kill it. Let's do that. What is there to do in the pre-patch? I actually have no idea, but I'm sure it's sweet. All right, let's go ahead and fix these. Fix this quality. Ooh, down here. What do we got here? Looks like some deaths, but... Dude, it's actually crazy to me that someone didn't come up with a strat that is better for these sucks. I know I said that yesterday, but it's remarkable. This is definitely a wipe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in progression sometimes you get stuck with doing a strat that seems not super optimal, and what that would mean is like it doesn't have like a really high success chance, right? So I'm gonna make this the fuck up. I'm gonna say that third suck in the last phase, the one where the tank has to like angle it so no one actually gets dragged through a planet, but at the same time no one is supposed to hands off keyboard, right? The success chance of that was not high, to where I felt like there was a better strategy, but neither Echo or us really came up with one. But it's one of those things where you're like, okay, someone in farm is gonna cook up some shit that's way better than what we're doing, and it just seems like no one ever did, which is interesting because it's so sketchy, and it puts so much emphasis on tank players knowing what they're doing, and that sometimes isn't true. And also it's already such a hard phase for tanks that, like, you know, have to find a way to make it easier. Everyone's afraid to make their own strats. I mean, that's not necessarily true. It's usually just not worth it for people to make their own strats, right? And but like there's tons of times in previous tiers where like a strat we use on a boss is like totally different later, because like someone figures out a way easier way to do it because the fight changes in some way due to nerfs and more gear and stuff. This fight just surprisingly never really did. Except for the push timings, it looks like a lot of guilds don't... Like, our push timings involved delaying the first platform, delaying P1, and delaying the second platform, so 1.5 could use on CD. It looks like people don't delay P1. Actually, I kind of want to watch that. Anyone last phase right now? Doesn't look like it. I want to watch this P1. So, like, I want to see when people actually phase out of this. Because we like super delayed. But I'm imagining what most people do, which is like the only non-psychotic thing to do, is you just push early and like minute and a halfs have to like just lose a use in the fight. It just is what it is, you know. It's on one of the two P2 platforms they hold. All you can do. Because like delaying is like dangerous, you know. Like having to play an extra 30 seconds of a phase is like legit hard, you know. Like you'll lose pulls to that. Like, let me actually look at our logs. When did we progress? This looks like... Was it September? August? Okay, this looks like it. Alright, Demencius kill. When did we, like, phase out of P1? How do I even check this? I mean, it looks like, what, right around 3 minutes? Is that right? Here, fight replay. Okay, go in, go out, 30%. We're at 2 minutes in. It's at 20%. Yeah, we do, and we're delaying. Yeah, we did 3 minutes in P1, right? I'm assuming no one does that. Like, you have 20 eye levels and 15% raid buff. Like, I'm assuming no one waits 3 minutes. It's probably, like, one less cycle than that. Yeah, so, I mean, already your, like, timings are going to be way fucking diffy. So how does that work? So if you guys push at 220, 230, when you land on the first platform, do you send minute and a halves? And then you just like can't use it on Pargoth or something? Because like, but doesn't that make the Pargoth platform like fucking hard? If like every single player is like holding their CDs. I guess not everyone. Yeah, literally everyone, right? You send on CD at this point no matter what. Wait, you send minute and a halves on the second platform? So then does that mean you like super delay Pargoth on purpose? Like you let them cast the winds basically so your minute and a halves come up? Because like I feel like one thing is for sure, like you just have to have every CD in the burn. It's just a requirement, right? You guys actually delay the first platform? I had a feeling that would just be like way too annoying, honestly. I mean, it is probably objectively annoying. Like that was super annoying, man. When in progression, like for us even, as we were getting better at the fight. Like honestly, the hardest part of P1 is the very, very end. And like people just don't even do that now. And what was even extra hard about that was an unknown bug. And what I mean by unknown is, at least to my knowledge, Echo didn't know about this, but we definitely didn't know about it. Is that the ads in P1? Let me see if someone's there right now. They don't have an ad right now, but like these ads that spawn in P1, they kind of just like do random uncasted like shadow bolts basically at people. We thought they were just giving people naturally, but it turns out there was a bug in progression that I'm assuming every guild got where some of those ads were shooting out like 3 or 4 of them every 0.1 seconds instead of every shooting one every about 1 second. So they were actually just like machine gunning them as a bug, and it was fixed like right after progression. And at the end of the fight, they actually just fucking killed the shit out of you. You just skip a core on Artosian to not delay that much. Oh, that's actually really smart strat. Did you know we did that in progression, not on purpose, but both our first Artosian push, so the first time we ever made it to the Pargoth platform, and the first time we ever made it to P3, we missed a core. So first platform, our first like mostly everyone is alive, we make it to the next platform, we missed a core and didn't realize it till after the pull. We just like popped off. And same thing on Pargoth. Like our very first last phase with everyone alive, we missed a core on Pargoth. And that's kind of naturally how we figured out the, like, you can get knocked off and not die thing. Because if we had the core, we would have pushed so fast and never saw that. The really, if I learned anything in the last like day of watching these, it has been, by the way, we are watching history. If any of these guilds kill this boss, it is very likely that they will be the world last. Like, it's extremely likely actually that if any of these EU guilds kill it, that maybe the rest of them won't, and they will actually be the last guild to get it, which is a supreme honor. Well, China. Yeah, but like I don't follow that, so that doesn't count. Like 2 to 3 guilds already threw in the towel so far today while I was watching. Yeah, it's pretty normal. I'm just willing to. I'm wondering how many guilds stay up late. How many NA guilds killed it last night after I got off? I mean, I guess I can check. Was it Warcraft logs or Raider.io? I think it was Raider.io. Like 3 or 4 killed it. Really? Did some log on late? Because like it didn't look like a lot of the guilds that were currently pulling it were actually going to kill it on time. What is this? Oh, they added the new ones. Okay, so I have to go. Okay, it's this thing here. I have to change this to, I think it was 92. Is this right? Oh no, even more killed it now. Here we go. Wait, what? Where the fuck is this guild? Did they give up? The guild that's at 0.02? That's insanely low. They killed. It's just not updated. Let's get some pull counts here. So everyone that's pulling right now is about normal pull count, around 500, 600, with one of them being way lower. Dude, just insane. Like these pull counts are wild. And the only reason I can really think that it makes sense, like the boss is obviously difficult. And I feel like in a lot of ways the boss wasn't nerfed by gear, because the fact that you still delay in P2 means the boss didn't get nerfed that much. Because like, yeah, you have a lot more eye level, like okay, you have more health, but like the raid buff, like the throughput buff, that's not doing anything for you in P2 if you're just having to hold DPS anyway. You still have to do the whole phase. It doesn't change anything, right? Last phase, it helps obviously tremendously. I also think that a lot of these guilds that have 500 plus pulls, we talked about this yesterday, but extremely high chance that those guilds' biggest obstacle was having the same people, because anyone that has 500 pulls right now, that means they were not playing over the holidays, or they were playing over the holidays and like some people couldn't be there, which meant they had to bring new people, which is like super inefficient. Like basically one thing I would say is if I'm looking at pull counts, the first thing I would guess is if you're doing this in 500 plus, there is a 0% chance that you have had the same 20 players for all of those pulls. Because I think if you did, that alone would probably knock off 100 or 200 attempts on a boss like this. It's like P1 gets easier with gear, P3 gets easier with gear, but kind of in a way, like I feel like P2 is almost entirely untouched difficulty-wise, just because of the fact that you have to wait anyway. Max, watch Ludwig van Vag. I don't even know. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. They're overtiming wearing a tuxedo. Okay. Well, what's their rank? What guild is that? I wish I could filter this by guilds that are no longer rating. I mean, these US guilds didn't get it, so you're looking at like EU guilds that are close. Oh, looks like this guild is done unless they stopped logging. Is there a way to find out who the last NA guild was to kill it before the maintenance? I mean, it should be super easy based on this, right? Isn't it run it back? OCE? Looks like. Looks like they got NA Race World last. Little unfair because OCE is the only people in NA rating up until the actual end of the servers being up because of where they are in the world. But what's the last non OCE guild actually? Wait, is it Primal Instinct? Is Nagrand is Nagrand a OCE realm? Nagrand is OCE. Last America's Guild was the which one? I mean, is it this one? Is it Campai? Or the Storm Rage? It's like Higher Ground. Wait, what time did Higher Ground kill it? They killed it 18 hours ago. What is that? So like 6 hours from now? They killed it at 10? Was that like right after I got off? Cool. Oh, you can hover. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 10. Was that 9:50 PST? Yeah. Come on, let's get some last phases, boys. Let's check the pulls from these guilds that we're watching here. So let's check what their like pull chart looks like. I mean, this looks pretty solid, right? Like this is steady progression. Like you're in P3 very often, you're getting better, you're getting better, you're getting better, you're getting lower, lower, lower. This guild looks like they could kill it like any time. That's pretty solid. All right, what about effective chaos? They're at 8% in P3. See, this is looking unlikely, right? So like they've wiped it 8% in P3. You can certainly kill it after that. We saw it yesterday. But look at their pull chart. It's getting late into the night. They've been raiding for who knows how long today. And they had like a low wipe, and then they had like 3 or 4 like pretty low wipes right after it, which is really good. But then look at the last like hour or two. It's just actually, wait, it doesn't look like they even pulled a lot. They only pulled like, I mean, they had like 10 pulls, but they're all bad. Yeah, that's this is looking grim. That is a bad sign, right? That's a most likely scenario there is it's someone at the end of their raid day that's trying to get a kill before it's over, but people are fading, right? They worked earlier and it's, usually past their bedtime probably. They don't have a ton of damage on the AM, so they have to play a bigger part of P3. I mean, that's my guess as to why they had to make that decision is they were sending CDs to consistently get into P3, which is actually a good progression decision. But as they're trying to buzzer beat this, they figured that they're maybe better off killing it by doing the longer P3 than actually doing any relearning in P2 by saving CDs for the burn, which is... It depends on your guild, but I could definitely see that being true. More guilds have killed Demencius than Ansurek. Really? The only thing that makes sense for that for me is the fact that there's a scaling raid buff. Wait, didn't they? Was that an Ansurek or Gallywick's invention? Bottom right's in last phase? Oh, you're right. W. What guild is this again? This is Omega. Was this one of the ones we were just looking at? It was. It's the lowest. It's the guild that currently is like the most likely to kill it. They had the really good pull count chart. Let's unmute them.
Θα πάρουμε αυτό και θα προχωρήσουμε κι άλλο. Προχωρήστε.
All right.
Εδώ είναι το κέντρο.
No idea what the fuck they're saying, so maybe unmute angle? Let's see. Because this isn't one of those, like, extremely long cutting edges, right? Like, I'm assuming what you had... How many more months... Oh, what just happened right there? Let's see, angry Italian screeching. What's
Λοιπόν,
happening?
παιδάκια, αυτό ήταν.
Right.
Λοιπόν,
Darkened sky.
it is what it is.
It's Greek.
Δυστυχώς είμαστε για μέχρι
Someone in chat
αυτό
said
το
this is
σημείο.
the Italian.
Αργήσαμε
Italian
να
guild,
πάρουμε
but I don't
μπρος,
know the fucking
αργήσαμε
difference.
πάρα πολύ να κάνουμε δουλειά.
Okay. Are there any players on limit that are really good but fall off during long raid days or long weeks? Do you prio players that maybe are less good but more consistent? Nah, I think you like always go for skill because like everyone's got to just find a way to make it work over 14 hours. I don't think there's like certain people. Well, you're saying like, man, we're having a conversation as officers and we're like, this person isn't as good, but man, really at the end of nights they play really well. Like, it's really hard to determine that. Like, everyone will fall off a little bit at the end of a long day. There's no avoiding that. It's a human, right? Bottom right's done. Oh, really?
Όλα καλά, παιδάκια. Λοιπόν,
They're logging off. Yeah. Damn, that's pretty sad because they were probably the most likely guild to kill it, I think, just based on their That's why breaks are important. Yeah, basically what you've seen in the race is since like this has been popping off in BFA and we've gotten smarter about it, the one thing that has gotten true is we've taken more and more breaks, longer lunches, longer dinners, more breaks throughout the day. And kind of the theory for that is each individual player, I mean, you could even ask yourself this question, and I don't know if it's unlikely you've ever tested this, but if you were to ask yourself the question of like, how long in a day can you be playing at 100% of your capability, right? This varies per person, but I'm just going to go ahead and make it up that's going to about that for a human, that's going to cap out at about maybe 8 to 9 hours, maybe 10, and you're rating for 14 hours, right? So if you know that the average person in your guild is going to only be really locked in playing as good as they can possibly be for that long, you want to take more breaks. So the more time you're raiding where you're actually really productive, right? Like there's huge diminishing returns. Like if, let's just say, this isn't really a good way to look at it, but let's just say you were to not take any breaks and just raid 14 hours straight, you would start playing so insanely dog shit at a certain point and it would be unrecoverable. So it's about like figuring out when you should do it. Damn, that guild's done. All right, we'll take them off. GG's. What stream is this? Yeah, this guy. I actually think sleep, I mean, obviously sleep is super important, but I think one of the skills you need to learn as someone who's playing that many hours, which is like typically in WoW only during the Race to World First, but there's a decent amount of guilds that do like 1 day raid at the beginning of a season or something, like way up to like World Top 50 even. And learning how to do that is, I think like learning how to eat right is just way up there. Like there's some people that won't snack, and I mean you're just gonna be running on like turbo low glucose. Like you're just not gonna have the sauce. You need to constantly have like not having low blood sugar and stuff like that to play really well. Like if you were to ask what would be worse, like playing a day on 0 sleep or playing a day without eating, I think without eating would be like significantly worse than no sleep. Like significantly. You burn a lot of calories being extremely locked in and focusing on something. Looks like EU's winning Race World last again. Yep, it's rigged, bro. Even in my past rating, when we've done like 6-hour days, I found it hard to actually mentally reset myself by hour 4. Yeah, especially if you're doing it at night, which is extremely common. Because you're not only talking about your raid hours, you're most likely talking about like people being tired from work during the day and then doing something after that, and they're like super zonked. This is looking grim, by the way. These teams do not seem consistent at all, which is not surprising, right? Really late. Max, how do you keep your voice healthy raid leading for so long during the race? I don't know. I mean, I've lost my voice in a few raids. Typically, if I ever get any kind of like flu or cold during the race, my voice is going to be lost. Usually, what helps is like after the first day of splits, I really don't raid lead as much, and I work more strategically. It doesn't require a lot of talking. That helps a lot. But I mean, I've lost my raid in probably half the races we've done, or lost my voice in like half the races we've done. These guilds could only kill with a very lucky try. I mean, let's look at their shit again. So, none of them are super far in the boss right now. So, like, we looked at Effective Chaos, who's, like, technically the second lowest. But I wouldn't worry too much about, like, how low people are. Like, all these guilds could, like, kind of kill at any pull. But, like, we looked at this guild, and they had a really bad pull chart. Like, I hope they kill it, right? But, like, I would be extremely surprised if they did, because they were just, I mean, this is their pull count, right? Like, this is just a couple hours ago, they had an 8% wipe, which was their best pull. And then, like, they locked in. They got a couple more pulls that were really close, but not better. And then for more than an hour, they've been wiping in P1. And it's already past their raid time, most likely. That is extremely hard to overcome, right? They've had 0 P3 pulls in over an hour. Like, that's... They can kill it, yes, but the problem with progression is if you need to consistently be in a phase to expect yourself to be good at it. Like, if you get to the P3 for the first time in an hour, people aren't like, oh, I remember what I did last pull, I'm feeling confident. They're, like, thinking about what P3 is like again because they just haven't done it in a little bit, and that's a massive difference, right? Like, realistically, you're not going to kill the boss on the first P3 pull you have in a long time. You're going to want to be there a few pulls in a row, realistically, right? So that's that guild. And then we have Mayor Dampf, I guess. Is there a... whatever this guild's called? They're 9% in P3 again, not super close. Again, very similar trajectory. They had a 9% wipe a little bit ago, most likely today. And then, like, they were in P3 a little bit, and then they had a stretch where they were just cooking, right? Like, they were having, like, really low wipes over and over and over again. And then it's been a while of P1 and P2. This is also looking very dire. Still possible, though. Carpe Noctis. So they had a 12% P3. That's probably like just their first pull with a decent amount of people after the second Devour, and then after the that's looking extremely unlikely. Max, I'm from KYH. Kiss your homies. We just called it. Oh, damn. Yeah, I mean, looks pretty far away. Damn, so we might actually have a world last already. Honestly. Because, like, this guild's done. Might be GG. This team looks like they're on a break. Oh, no, they're done. Yeah, offline. GG's. Yeah, they're done too. We're down to 2 guilds. Two guilds, and realistically, this guild's maybe the only one that can do it. How do you get that multi-view tab? That's on multi-Twitch. I actually hate multi-Twitch. It bothers me, but we're here. Yeah, their servers go down in an hour and a half, and they're already, like, raiding overtime. I'm sure all these guilds. Couldn't find a pug. GG. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because like if you're already overtime and you're trying to find people to stay in the group, you're already like it's so hard to bring in new people. Although, I mean, maybe not. Like if those people are mercenaries, right? Like those are people who have killed this boss before and you're plugging them in. I mean, that can actually maybe help you if they're really good, right? No relearning required. They know what to do. Maybe like one thing would be they're not going to be super consistent in their positions, right? Like they might like look at this PV right here, right? Like you're going to maybe be in a different spot than you've been in for 500 pulls. So you might fuck that up and kill someone or whatever, right? The top one is raiding until 2 a.m., but half the raid are helpers, so kind of the same situation for the other one. Yeah. Is that guy dead? I guess it doesn't really matter, because you can do both platforms with someone dead. Not showing class colors should be bannable. Hard agree. Hard agree. Having the all neon green nameplates, pretty wild. Healing comp's kind of crazy. Disc, double Mistweaver, Holy. I mean, you just got to make it work however you can. Realistically, if the healers are good, your comp probably doesn't matter. Oh yeah, I like stopped myself before I actually even said what I meant earlier. Like if you remember, like 15 minutes ago, I was saying something like, if there's one thing I learned yesterday, oh, their DK just died. That's cooked, right? I mean, he got the grip off, but oh, they have a bunch of DKs. They're chilling. Oh, they're not chilling. They're very dead. What I learned was, I mean, I already knew this, but learning how important healers are. Like, I'm watching these guilds, almost the same guilds, one pull to the next. And in one pull, their healers will just kind of randomly heal the fuck out of them, and they're like topped going into a spread. And their spread is like mint clean, just perfect. Everyone's looks like they're moving confidently, they're getting into position on time. And then you'll like watch the next pull, same guild, and for whatever happens, the healers just do something different, and like people are way less healthy after damage, and people look like a completely different player. They're like fucking backpedaling in a circle. They're not going to the right spot. People don't go to their devour circles. It's so interesting how much worse people play when they are not topped, because they're obviously like thinking about living at the same time. So like just the value of healing, the value of having healers that consistently top you off is just going to make people play so much better. And there's no statistic you could ever look at to like show you that, you know, but it's so noticeable. Like you can almost see people die ahead of time. Like if I'm watching the raid frames, and even though everyone lives but they're at 50% health, I just like, okay, 2 people are going to die to this next thing, cuz like they're just panicking. But that could also be on the players themselves. Some pulls they pop defensives and hellstones at that exact moment, and sometimes they don't. Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, a good player, I think, dynamically uses hellstones and health pots based on what is happening and like when they do need to feel topped or whatever. But yeah, I mean, you could have that where like someone doesn't do that. Usually what happens though is someone feels scared and they panic, and like the first thing they do when they panic is hellstone, right? I don't get it though, because it's out of your control. If you're using your defensive health pot hellstone properly, you still died, then why worry? Because you don't want you just, it's not like something you're like actively thinking about. I mean, I've used this example before. I'm gonna use it again. Some of you guys may be rehearing this, and sorry for that, but it is what it is. We were doing Skarn, and like this was before the like cheese strat shit, so we were like doing the full fight. And we realized that we were just overhealing the fight with 4 healers. Like we just simply did not need 4 healers to heal this. It would be sketchy, but we could 3 heal and bring in an extra daughter, and like we'll be so ahead on these golems, and it'll be so much better. And we did this for about 2 to 3 hours, and we made no progression basically. People were dying all the time, but over those 2 to 3 hours, we had a single death that was due to no like lack of healing. Like we just bled out. Like a single death, not a wipe, a death. Every single death in those 2 to 3 hours was players just making mistakes they weren't making before, and it was, you know, primarily because they were more stressed because they were just lower HP. You have one less healer, you're just going to be less topped, but they were still able to heal the fight with one less healer. So we're like, I don't know, this doesn't seem like it's working. Let's go back to 4 healing. We start 4 healing, and not only do people start playing infinitely fucking better, but our damage went up. We dropped a DPS, and our damage noticeably was higher as a raid, purely because people were less worried about their HP. And these are the best players in the world, right? This is not like a random guild. Our damage went up, and people started playing infinitely better due to, like, we were having way less deaths to just things you can outplay because people were playing better because they were higher HP. It's a very, very real thing. You should make a Uyghur that makes people see their HP as if it was 20% higher and you're golden. Yeah, like in a way, if you could somehow externally micromanage people's personals and health stones, in theory, a player could actually play better if they were unaware of their HP. Like, that's not really how this game ever works because, like, a good player is keeping track of their HP and helping themselves not die. But, like, if you could just manage that elsewhere, there's like, by theory, you could absolutely expect people to play better if they just had blinders on and were just playing the game and not worrying about it. Do you miss the whole wipe fest as in the progression wipes watching this? I mean, yeah, progression's like the most fun thing ever. Because, like, when you're wiping a lot in progression, you're doing the thing that's the most fun, which is you're like figuring out how to do this stuff. You're problem solving as a group of people, and that's like really, really fun. If I could like somehow simulate that all the time, I would just do it. Well, not all the time because it would obviously like you'd need to like some breaks, but yeah, I mean, I would. It's awesome. Perfectly synced pulls. Oh wait, you're right. A lot of DPS with self-heal winds up sacrificing their DPS to stay healed when the healers aren't doing their part. Yeah. I mean, some classes have it really good. Like, I know when I've played Enhanced before, like, I feel like Enhanced felt so broken to me because if you were ever sketched out, you could just slam, like, a 10 Maelstrom weapon healing surge and you're just, like, instantly topped. Like, obviously, that's not good for damage at all. But if you know when to use that, right, and I think they changed that now to where it doesn't even take your Maelstrom weapon stacks, so you can just, like, get that heal off for free, at least last time I checked. But, like, even losing damage for that in a progression scenario is, like, so fucking worth it just to stay alive if you're ever, like, really scared. Because, like, a lot of bosses, your damage doesn't matter until the boss hits 0%, so, like, making small losses like that if you're not going to kill at this pull but you want to see farther is, like, very worth it. Do you think it's ever a good idea for a guild to run like an extra healer instead for these later cutting edge guilds, or is it just not going to be too much DPS loss? There's bosses. There's definitely bosses where overhealing it even when you don't need it is smart. I haven't really thought about Dimensius. I kind of don't think you need it on this boss because, like, I mean, realistically, killing this boss is like trying to go as kill the last phase as fast as possible. And there's such a massive damage amp. Like, anytime there's damage amps involved, losing DPS feels like crazy bad. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think adding a healer to this boss is good, but there have definitely been bosses in the past where I felt like if guilds ran an extra healer, even though it seemed counterintuitive, would have definitely helped their progression. And, like, usually guilds are just like, well, these guilds didn't run an extra healer, so why would we? And it's like, well, maybe your healers aren't as good. Right. Rip add-ons in an hour? Yeah, dude, I need to... I need to figure out my UI situation. I'm waiting a little bit in pre-patch. I want to see how the UIs evolve, and like I need to get some people to cook some really good shit. Ideally, my UI I want it to be like as little load as possible, so like minimal add-ons while also making it look pretty much identical to what I've been using before. Which, as far as I've seen from people, looks pretty like I think some people have actually done that, a pretty good job of that so far. But it's also like, dude, add-ons are improving at a rate right now faster than anything you've seen. Like almost daily add-ons are getting better because like obviously the whole like rule set for that was reset and people are just getting better at it all the time. So I'm probably gonna wait till like right before the expansion, honestly, and spend like a day or two on it. But one thing I would definitely stray away from if you can help it is like a UI pack that uses a ton of add-ons. Like one concern you should have going into this is like the more add-ons, the more points of failure, the more potential frame loss and like overloaded your UI is. Definitely you want to usually using a UI is like something a choice you make and then you like don't go back and change it, right? Like changing your UI is so hard once you're used to it. So like this is a time in WoW history where you want to like really make sure you're doing the right thing and don't commit to something too early. That's actually something we talked to our raiders about recently. We had a guild meeting and we're like, oftentimes UI creation is a very personal thing. It's not something you do as a group of people. It's something like maybe someone would sit down at their computer and do alone for a few hours. And I really encouraged our players to collaborate with each other and find things and add-ons that they felt were really good. If people have add-ons that they feel like are really fucking bad, to like tell other people not to use them. Same thing with our analysts and our smart people. Like, hey, if you guys are aware of like add-ons that have a lot of inefficiencies, like we should tell players to not use them. For the same reason, it's hard to change something once you're used to it. And we've had issues in the past of like players using bad weak auras and having like, I mean, famously Atlas had like a really bad rune weak aura as a DK on Anduin, and he had like 2 or 3 FPS for every single Anduin pull in the intermissions when the ads were out. He just like, it was like unplayable. And that's just like, if it goes unchecked and you let players create their own UIs, like sometimes they're just going to download some really stupid shit. So like we're trying to make sure, because like one thing that like can't happen is this. We can, in progression, we can never be doing a raid fight and people are fighting their UI as well as the boss. You know, like a new patch just came out. They did a hot fix and now this add-on isn't working or something. Like you can't just like be suboptimal playing the game. So like 2 things are true. Number 1, you want a really lightweight UI that you can use, but also you need a fully default UI that's usable. If like a patch comes out and your shit isn't working, you're not just dog shit. Like you have to have something that works. Because, you know, all we care about is performance. You can't ever just be in a situation where you can't play. Because, like, I was watching, dude, during raid testing, like, a couple months ago, like, there were a couple of players that their UIs were, like, completely non-functional and, like, they were playing really bad in the raid testing, which is, you know, understandable. But, like, you know, that just can never happen in progression. I'm just so worried that new add-ons are just vibe-coded in performance monsters. I mean, yeah, you should be. You should be. There's definitely some really smart people making some stuff, but there's also a lot of people that haven't done a lot because it all worked before and they're doing it for the first time, and it does work, but, like, you know, they don't have the experience of, like, making sure it's, like, really efficient. Do you think this UI change is going to be a problem for the race, like making you guys more competitive or less competitive? I don't think it affects the race at all. One thing that's going to happen next year, which is going to be very funny, is a lot of the like casual race viewers that pay attention to WoW headlines but don't really follow it are going to have heard one thing. Oh, they're killing add-ons. Right? It's obviously much more nuanced than that, but they're going to hear that statement. Like, oh, add-ons are dead or whatever. And then they're going to be watching Race World First UIs and have it look identical, but also infinitely more dog shit because every single like tool you use has been transported back in time 15 years and just looks terrible because it's so new. And like because of that, it's going to be an eyesore, and it's going to be the only thing you can focus on. It's going to look like some fucking 2015 Power Wars dog shit in some cases. And yeah, people are going to... Two things are going to happen. I think you're going to see a lot of they're bringing these top-end players back down to an even playing field. You're going to see a lot of those people realize that that's not true and then, lash out about it. And then I also think you're going to see fans of each guild be unfamiliar with what they're looking at on someone's UI, and I think they're going to accuse the guild they don't like of cheating because they just don't know what they're looking at, right? It's going to be a very fun time to be alive. I've been predicting that I think one of the best Reddit threads ever to see r/WoW or comp WoW is going to exist this raid tier about add-ons that people don't understand. How are you going to handle 2 separate raid releases in a month? It's not a thing. It's all regular style. Like, okay, imagine this. Imagine Nerebar Palace came out. Actually, you can imagine any of the last 3 raids, honestly. Imagine Nerebar Palace, imagine Manaforge Omega, and just imagine that Dimensius didn't come out until the 2nd Mythic week. What would that have changed? Absolutely nothing, right? We weren't even able to pull the boss until the 2nd week on Mythic. Didn't change shit. And that's literally this raid. It's the same thing. Just imagine if the last boss comes out after the first reset. The reality is you're not going to even be on the boss yet, so it just doesn't really affect the race at all. It's going to be extremely normal. The reason why you've heard that is like, it was kind of unsure for a while. Like, we knew the raids were coming out later, but we weren't sure how late. Right? There was a scenario where it would be, like, really dire, but it ended up being super normal. Heroic missing matters for splits, right? No Omni token. So you're still going to be able to get everything. There's some theory that, like, the Race World First guilds will have, like, more characters than they've had in previous tiers, to, like, make that make sense. But we also have an entire Heroic week, right? And you're having an extra vault, and you can run the raid again the next week. You know what I mean? So it's still extremely likely that, I mean, we have all the numbers on it. It's going to be fine. You came on too late to see us kill. We were in the race and ended up killing 3 hours ago. Yeah, you might be one of the last guilds to kill it. To be honest with you, it's looking very unlikely that either of these guilds kill it. They're both just chain wiping. I don't even know if we've even watched a P3 with everyone alive pull from either of these guilds since we've started streaming. I think the Race to World Last is most likely already over, but we're still here anyway because, I mean, there's nothing else to do. The servers aren't up. Raid leading from the outside is going to be particularly OP. Just run manual timers on boss skills and be their weak auras. I don't think the emphasis of a 21st man is changing at all in this expansion, honestly. I think it's like the exact same thing. What is your out of 10 score for the War Within? Is it basically just Dragonflight 2.0? I mean, it is Dragonflight 2.0, and I currently it looks like Midnight outside of housing might be Dragonflight 3.0. I think they need to cook a little bit, but I don't actually feel qualified to rate this expansion. I didn't. This is probably the expansion that I've played the least of every single WoW expansion, so I feel like I would just be making shit up. Like all I could rate is like how good the races were, and that's like just extremely unrelatable. Like I mean, in a way, like this expansion fucking owned for me because all I do is I come in, I prepare for a tier, we won all 3 raids, and then I get to do this super fun thing. Like I love progression more than anything else, and then when it becomes less fun, I just dip and don't play the game. Like, that's just fucking efficient as fuck. So goated, right? But that's just like relatable to only me. So it's like it's just you know what I mean? It like wouldn't. It's no point even talking about it. Dude, streaming is lit, by the way. We were on the top of the Wowhead post, and our GM had like 500 viewers all of a sudden. Seeing people actually being in chat was cool. Yeah, it is. It is cool. I think it can be less cool. Like, I think there are certain play. I mean, there's a lot of people in your guild, right? 20 that are in their boss, and they're gonna all react to this stuff differently. And I think some people get really nervous, and like maybe that's negative. Um, but yeah, it does seem really cool being in the spotlight. The WoW housing ad was decent. Yeah, WoW housing kind of crazy. It's like really good. Like I don't know if you guys followed it really closely, but like there were some housing competitions over the last couple months, and they what people created is absolutely insane. And I'm pretty sure with the release of Midnight, like the assets for housing are doubling. Not to mention they're probably going to keep increasing over time. It's going to be like really insane. Our mage went to bed out of pure rage because for some reason he just had a straight hater in chat. Oh, that guy is alive? What the fuck? Yeah, that's real, dude. That's like one of the main reasons we've had our players like no longer look at Twitch chat is like over the course of 2 weeks, like everyone's gonna have a few pulls or some moments or some hours maybe that are bad. And like imagine you're already playing bad and then you read chat and there's just like hundreds of people that are way worse than you, by the way, just calling you trash because they want your guild to do better. Like, bro, that would send anyone to the Shadow Realm. $73 months, Jesus. Like it's no different than sports, right? Like if you watch the NFL playoffs over the weekend, there was a couple of really bad drops by wide receivers. And it's like, okay, that person in that moment is like, damn, I let my team down. And there's probably a bunch of people in the stadium that are like, oh my God, that guy. They really care, right? They want the team to win. They don't hate that person. They're just like, damn, I really wish they made that catch. This guy's letting us down. And that makes you feel so bad. But in WoW, that kind of thing is happening when that many people are watching your stream, but they're just able to say it to your face. Like imagine that person who dropped that ball is also able to like visually see all these people say that to their face. Like, bro, it would just send you to the Shadow Realm. There's no way it wouldn't. My friend is a wide receiver for an NFL team and got literally death threats from fans. People are wild. Yeah, and then there's an extra element of it where like they can even have a mildly good game, but like someone bet on their over under or something, and like degenerate sports gamblers want them dead too, which is like extra crazy. I wonder how many people bet on Echo versus Liquid in the race. I mean, there's been like, sketchy sites allowing you to bet on that for like a really long time. Like basically since we've started doing this. Um I don't know. I mean, I imagine it's gambling is becoming even more prevalent in the culture, which is a really bad thing, by the way, but it is a thing. So I don't know, probably a decent amount of people. A lot of people watch it. It's also something where there's no sure things, right? There's no like going into a tier. I feel like if you're like, I'm 100% sure this team's going to win in the race, I feel like you're just making that shit up, honestly. They could absolutely just go either way at any given time. You love getting death threats after matches because someone lost 20 op Asimovs. Oh, yeah. In CSGO, it's got to be extra insane. Because that's been like part of that culture for a really long time. And I think there's an element of it where like a lot of the player base for that is like skews. I could be wrong on this, and maybe you can tell me if I'm wrong. Like it skews like not super wealthy people who own those skins as well that are betting on that. So like when they lose those things, it matters so much to them that they're obviously going to be really vitriolic when they actually have a. And then you can obviously just like say some shit to someone on Twitter or something, right? Max, I have nerve problems in my hand and just got my first cutting edge. Exercises were a huge part of being able to play the game, especially for hours at a time. I'm curious, are there wrist exercises or any other kind of exercise you guys do on breaks? Yeah, actually recently we started doing some stuff like that. I'm probably not going to go into specifics on it. But yeah, we're very aware of that. Like basically we started doing stuff for like wrist support and wrist pain and just overuse over the last like tier or two. And I like when we asked our raters about it in a meeting, they were like, that's the most goated shit ever. Can you release that info? I mean, it's not like some deep crazy shit. Like you can just look at how you would deal with inflammation in a lot of different. There's like so many like athletic like research on reducing inflammation in certain parts of the body acutely, right? This patch was disc undertuned by design or was it just bad to play? Um I mean, I think disc was probably fine. But like when you're talking about the race healing comps, they're like so hyper specific. Like a lot of times a spec can be fine, but then another spec is not fine in like a they're super broken way, and then you just don't get played. Like I think this tier, like Evoker, like disc was okay. It was just Evoker just simply existed. So you didn't really consider playing disc. I mean, it's kind of just that simple. It was just Prez was just better at what disc was trying to do. That's actually been a bit for many years now. Actually, is like disc used to have a niche as like the only healer that did that shit, and then especially with Dragonflight talent trees, you started seeing a lot more healers be capable of like really carrying a part of the fight with ramp. And now it's interesting where like disc is Disc seems Disc is like a lot different on beta, like beta raid testing. Like they had way more coverage. They were way less bursty, and I mean this is kind of true of all healers now, where they're just more like they're just more spread out, you know, less cooldown focused, which I think is very good for the game, by the way. But Disc being like that is very surprising, right? Do you think Prez will fall off at midnight? Nah, who knows, man. Do you think Disc is? Do you think healing is the best role for people who like to think a lot? Maybe in a super ideal situation where you're in like a like an environment in your guild where they had something blow up like right in their group, where you have they lived it though. Who soaked the thing? That didn't look like it. That didn't look intended. Let's just say you're raiding in a group of people, with a group of healers that are all like super willing to make changes and like work on things. I think healing would be awesome because like there's so much like healer cooldown planning and like teamwork involved that is not true if you're like a DPS, right? And maybe that's something you really want. But most guilds don't operate that way, honestly. Like it's like kind of uncommon to find a guild that is well, they lost 2 people. That's probably cooked. They're still gonna kill this in time though. They'll kill it during a knockback here. This is at least their first P3 in a while, so that's positive. Right? Like I think at like really high guild levels, being a like thinker healer guy is probably like super rewarding because like all that stuff really matters. But I think there's a lot of guilds where maybe it would drive you crazy if you're like that because you know people are just like popping shit randomly, you know. Without saying much, is single target tuning looking kind of okay on beta, or is it all over the place? Not that there are many single target bosses next raid. I mean, I would say it's normal at this point in beta. I think what you're going to see before the raid comes out, and even up to the point of like after the expansion comes out in the almost a month before the season is released, I think you're going to see an infinite amount of notes that are like this spell's buffed by 5%, this spell's nerfed by 10%. Like you're just going to see that over and over and over again. Like it's just so early and they made so many changes. Like it's like right now it's going to change so much. I don't think almost nothing right now probably matters. Some things matter, like that's a bad sign. You get into P3 for the first time in a while, and then you have 3 people dead, and you still blow up a star. Because like in a world where you'd assume it's less likely to blow up a star because people are missing from them natty. That's yeah, this guild's not looking hot. Someone was spamming RT without a marker, so probably something wrong with their note. Oh yeah, you're making changes all the time. Note's fucked. Is this Pargoth or first guy? First guy. This is looking clean. So they're not delaying this guy, right? Like they're killing this guy extremely fucking early. They're not even doing the last movement. So so if I'm correct, you can't use minute and a half. If you used a minute and a half at the beginning of this platform, you cannot use one here, right? Or it's just not up for the burn. Or I mean, or maybe you just use it here and you just do the last phase for a long time. Because that's going to make Pargoth, like, pretty fucking hard, right? Especially, like, killing the ads. A lot of minute and a half classes really carry these first, like, ads that are under the boss here. Did servers get delayed? Yeah, servers are probably not coming up for a while, honestly. Ooh, lag? This guy's mouse is moving on stream. This guy's, like, frozen or something. I think this guy froze. Wait. You were right. They're fixing their note. Okay, that guy's chill. He's looking good. Oh, those circles look... Oh, that ended up looking fine. Everyone lived. A couple people like Giga Cleave. The DK almost died to that. You know how many people are stacked for a DK to look like they're going to die? No one got a debuff. Second thing of Pargoth. Second soaks with a lot of people new on this fight. It's likely they actually missed these soaks. Oh no, all three people are lined up really well. They're AoEing the ads. A cast went off, but you can actually heal through this. You can just kill Pargoth early. Kill Pargoth. Oh, no, that's... Did they miss a grip? Yeah, they made... Yeah. That be happening. The no-hold timings are 130s twice in P1 and then on Pargoth. Oh, so you don't use them on the first one. Yeah, that makes sense. Wouldn't the last guild to kill it be the winners of the race world last? Yeah. Oh, this guy's stream went black. I think he's like restarting his game or something because he froze. Yeah, I mean, seeing these guilds wipe in P2 isn't surprising. If you look at like some phases and some bosses are really nerfed by gear and some bosses really aren't. And in this boss, P1 massively nerfed by gear, P3 massively nerfed by gear and raid buffs. The way that these people are doing P2, I haven't kept track with a lot of the like buffs and nerfs and stuff, but it looks like pretty much identical to when we did P2. Like, and they have to do the phase just as long, even though they have more gear and more buffs and stuff. So like, P2 is probably relatively the hardest part of progression for these guilds because they're doing something that is probably harder than the other phases because the other ones just got way easier with gear. Platform 2 is so much harder than anything except for P3 after the Soft and Rage. Yeah, but you don't even have to see that part of the fight. Like, if everyone lives until the second Devour in the last phase, which is relatively easy, right? Like, I mean, it sounds stupid because these guilds are losing people all the time, and it's an insanely hard tank phase, and usually tanks in these guilds are not super great. But, like, it's not... That part is... I mean, when you guys were watching us and Echo going in like on the last day, we were to that second Devour with everyone alive like all the time. That was like the bare minimum, right? And then it was just like, can we possibly do the next minute of this fight? That's impossibly hard, right? But you just get to skip that now if everyone's alive. Minus 1 minute on all CDs when you enter P3 would have been so good of a nerf. Oh yeah, that's banger. Honestly, they should do that a lot more often. Like anytime you're on a boss that has percentage-based pushes like this one, and Blizzard has not done fights like this in a long time. Like basically since Sanctum of Domination, you can count on one hand the amount of bosses they've made that have had true percentage-based pushes. And the reason why is in Sanctum, every boss was like that, and everyone was holding damage, and it was fucking horrible. And then they just like kind of stopped doing it, right? They started doing the like this phase lasts 2 minutes, and then no matter what, it's just phasing, right? That's like Sarkareth, like that model. And then this boss is like the first one they've made in a long time that was like all about that. So yeah, it'd be pretty smart probably if they ever want to do this again, which is again is totally fine. But yeah, doing something where you phase and it gives you time off CDs is a very good nerf. Because it's actually it's really annoying for farm as well, for like guilds that keep getting more and more gear that already have the boss dead. It actually makes farm completely miserable. Not to mention the guilds killing it later too. Bottom stream says he's gonna go to bed after this pull. All right, we're locking the fuck in then. I mean, the last pull thing is a real phenomenon for a reason, where people just play better on what they believe is the last pull. Because over a long raid night, like right away, everyone will be locked in, and then after the first like 30 minutes to an hour, you're literally rotating through like bare minimum 2 or 3 people at a time leaning back in their chair, figuratively, right? Not like actually. Maybe they are actually doing it. And it's really hard to kill a boss. It's really hard for your guild when everyone isn't locked in. What calling last pull does is every single person does the like sit up in your chair meme where they're like really trying hard. And unsurprisingly, you have really good pulls when everyone's doing that. I mean, if you could manufacture a way to have that be true all the time, you would do a lot better. And then yeah, so it's weaponizing the last pull thing before it's after the last pull is smart, but once people realize that it isn't going to be the actual last pull, you're kind of losing the effect because they don't actually sit up. Dude, before we're actually at the end of the race, I like low-key don't like having great pulls at the end of the night. Like, you do, like, you'd rather have really good pulls than really bad pulls, but you really want people to go to sleep early, and when everyone's actually really locked in and cranking, like, right before bed, it's just, there's no way they're going to sleep right away, because they're all, you know, they're juiced. Two identical damage done charts go crazy. Oh yeah, they do have that. Extended to 6. At least it was only a 1 hour extension this time, right? You could drop a hard deadline of multiple pulls, say last 5 pulls or something. Yeah, but like that doesn't... If people are exhausted, that might not be enough to get every single person up in their chair, you know? Like, but a last pull, like this is it. The last 10 minutes or whatever of the season. Bro, every single person's locking the fuck in. That DK got a debuff. This guy, is he a tank? Does it not matter? He has 2 stacks of debuff. 3? Am I looking at it wrong? I'm looking at the wrong thing. Maybe not. He looks like he's getting fucking destroyed. Is that the debuff I think it is? Or is that a tank thing? That's a tank thing. I don't know what fucking tank debuffs are. I thought he had multiple stacks of the fucking Void Wardens. Max, when do you call for an extend of the night versus calling it for a night besides the final boss? Realistically, I should never do that. I have done it in the past, though, out of greed, and it's pretty much always a mistake to change your sleep in any way for many reasons. But, dude, should that person... They should take the res right now. Yeah. Let's go. You should basically never do that. All right, let's check this burn here. I'll talk about that a little bit more in depth after this pull here. This is the last pull, right? This is the guild that we full screened because of that. All right, let's check this out. Okay, we really want to look at like once the planets are done dropping, what's their damage? Ooh, that burn was not amazing. But certainly very killable. Like what? Planets are done 60%. I mean, that's like 5-6% below the average of these guilds doing this. 10% below like a really good one. Now, this guild hasn't been in P3 in a while, so I'm expecting a lot of stupid mistakes, similar to that guy that just died right there. He got hit by that ring with a solid 1 full second left on his debuff. Like, that's just a not familiarity. Hopefully no one missed the Devour there. That's one of the worst ways to lose someone. They have a res, right? They're just maybe saving for tank, which is what we saw yesterday. I was not a believer on that early in the day, and the more and more I saw, the more and more saving reses for tanks is like almost required. The tanks in these guilds are getting absolutely slaughtered. There's like a 5% chance that they live to the end of this phase. Like on a damage intense phase, like the damage you do matters so much. Like leaving someone on the floor for like multiple minutes sounds really stupid. How did that guy live? He just drive-by did his gravity in the melee circle and then strafed into the range thing. His druid. That was fucking wild. That was a full fucking YOLO. Back up, back up. They're kind of close, a couple of those guys. Yeah. We'll get in there. Oh, he's so low. Yeah, their whole group's dead. I think they maybe were down a healer or something. They looked really low. It's crazy. I watched Now do this earlier on a 706 bear, 3 healing, and like never went below 40% HP. Tank diff is pretty noticeable on this boss. Yeah, like you're watching tanks get slaughtered every single pull in this boss, and they are 729 eye level, and they have the raid buff, and our tanks did this at 709. Now, keep in mind, they did not breeze through it. Like, they were stressed the fuck out. But if you did progression on that, like, something like being on a 706 bear is going to be normal to you, right? But yeah, I mean, if you are unaware, the skill difference between one of the best tanks in the world and someone who's, like, just barely getting cutting edge is very hard to describe how extremely massive that would be. Are they going again? They are walking up. Are they English speaking?
1v1. It's just because only we placed like 6 people.
Okay.
They have to replace 6 people? Are they like ready checking to see if people want to do it?
Right?
I just want to point out, like, also a few people are missing Ventus and shit, yeah? I mean, like, the burn was kind of bad, no?
Yeah, the burn was bad.
The boss was kind of low.
Burn was pretty good.
The burn was... I'm pretty sure a 60% burn is definitely not good. Like that is
I need
it's probably 10% below the best one we saw yesterday, and probably 5 or 6 below the average. Yeah, missing Vantus is crazy, by the way. He didn't say augment, right? He said some people are missing Vantus runes. That's insane. Like Vantus is fucking massive.
Good thing you said that, but now you're here anyway.
They actually seem in good spirits after a really good pull there.
You should be left or what? Because it's been 3 times now that we... Okay. Else we need to...
I think this is probably... Reload, do you think this is the hardest... you played a monk. Do you think this is the hardest tank boss? Like, either in a while or ever in the last phase? Let's say phase, not boss. I don't know how hard the rest of the boss was, but like, I feel like this has to be the most demanding... P3 has to be the most demanding tank phase in a very long time. Lol, you played a monk goes crazy. The only reason I say that is we had Yips playing Blood DK in this fight, and he was actually pulling his hair out, and he did 1 pull in our second rekill of this as monk, and he said, I cannot fucking believe how much easier this is. We killed it like instantly, and he was like, I'm literally listening to payphone the entire phase. It's so easy. All right, what was I saying before we jumped down into the last phase? I was definitely cooking up something, and then something more interesting was happening. Is the other guild still going? Yeah. Sleep. Oh, I actually don't remember what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, like whether you extend the raid night or not. So here's one major reason why you don't do that. I think when people are like, let's just extend raid for 1 hour, you're looking at what you could accomplish if you went 1 more hour, and that hour was just as good as the hour you just did. Big mistake. That extra hour you add, after you've been raiding for multiple weeks, all day, every day, and your body knows when it's, let's just make this up, midnight, it means you're going to stop. Like, you're stopping the thing you're really focusing on, and you're decompressing, and you're going to sleep. Now asking your body after 2 weeks of training it that way, and your brain to be like, okay, actually just kidding, we need to lock in again, that doesn't fucking work. Like, it doesn't work. Like, your hour, whenever we've done that in the last couple years, that hour is the most inefficient bad hour ever, and for obvious reasons. Everyone that's in the raid is now running on fumes. And specifically, they are going against what your body has been trained to do for 2 weeks, which is really important. You really want to train your body to, like, as soon as that raid is over, you are immediately decompressing and going to sleep as fast as possible. Now doing that and then just being like, all right, just fuck it, we'll go that extra hour. Like, dude, you are going to play so much worse in that hour. So whatever you think you're going to accomplish, just can you accomplish it with your raid playing at 70% efficiency? Like the answer in the race is probably no. So that's like reason number one. And number two, it's like the perceived gain is never really worth it. If I can remember in recent memory when we've gone an extra hour, it was Gallywix when we first saw it. So we killed Muggsy and we spent like an extra hour past sleep time to like really diagnose P1. That was a huge mistake. Well, I mean, we still won, right? But that was not good. That hour was not quality. We were playing so good, and that last hour was terrible. I think in like Sarkareth raid, we stayed late to kill Rashok, and that made no sense. Like why? It was just like so close to dead that you can get caught in the like just pull it one more time and it'll die thing. And but if it just stops happening, it's like when do you say we stop? And basically just any time you're especially that early in the raid, it's just a turbo end to ever do that. Sometimes you can convince yourself that it's worth it going into a reset, like you feel like you have a boss dead, and like I think recently Method did this where they were on Silken Court and they stayed up like extremely late to kill Silken Court. Now then you're like getting really good trinkets. You're putting the boss in a lot of people's vaults, regardless of what drops. You're actually, for a lot of players, not every player kills every boss. You're getting some 6 vaults that were previously 4. There's a lot of value there. But how long you should stay up to do that is definitely dependent. Because, like, also keep in mind on resets, you're, like, preparing to wake up early again. So it's, like, really counterintuitive to do that. That Method kill was... honestly, they got really lucky. What I mean by that is, like, they were going really hard for it. They were staying up late. And then there was, like, a maintenance. And they had to wait, like, 30 minutes to pull again. Bro, like, 99 out of 100 times... you're already staying up super late, and then you take 30 minutes off of pulling, and then you start pulling again. Like, if you don't kill it immediately after that 30-minute break, you probably have no chance if the boss is hard enough, and ended up killing it. But even with that kill, I actually don't know if that was a good decision. But also, I don't know what I would do if I was in their shoes. Oh, what happened? That looked pretty good. I'm sure something went wrong. I like looked away from the screen for a second though. God, all green raid frames should be illegal. Should actually be illegal to do that. Is the new Demon Hunter spec actually good? Like designed or like powerful? I mean, zero idea. Also, like for me, I feel like let's just say some class is super broken in the pre-patch. Like I think that means absolutely nothing. Like that it just doesn't matter. The content that's out is all meaningless, right? So like maybe they'll be really good. As far as design, I mean that's like kind of personal preference. I don't really like it in the small amount of time I've tested it. That was also a very long time ago, so maybe it's gotten a lot better. But it felt like just very fucking easy. If anything, it's a dead giveaway. It's gonna be nerfed for the first tier. What if it's really powerful in pre-patch? I don't think. I want to go out on a limb here and say that anything that happens in pre-patch is completely irrelevant. It does not mean a class is likely to be nerfed before a tier, or is going to be bad in the next season because it was good then. Like it has no weight. It's completely irrelevant. If anything, not necessarily. I mean, I think it has zero correlation. Like classes can like live or die by their Apex talents even, and like you don't even have those yet. It's like kind of similar going into last expansion where there was a couple of specs that were like owning in pre-patch, but like no one even got their hero talents yet. So it was like, oh, what are we even doing here? Would you consider doing mythic raid splits on the first week? I mean, you'd basically be asking the question of like, in the last 4 or 5 years, would it ever have been worth it to do mythic splits instead of actually just full on send progression? Because it's no different than any other raid. I think it's, I mean, I don't think it's like out of the realm of possibility that someone does that one tier and it ends up kind of working, but it seems really unlikely to me that that would ever be valuable. Like basically look at it this way. If this raid is anything like the last couple raids, you're gonna be spending the entire first reset if and potentially not even killing the last boss in Voidspire. And you're basically saying like, okay, like let's not even attempt to do that. Let's kill like 3 or 4 or 5 bosses and just split it like a million times. But then like in the second week, you're gonna have to go kill that boss that other guilds have killed, and maybe you'll have enough eye level where that makes sense. But like I just feel like it's a losing play. It's just not, it's not good enough. But also like, I don't know, like, yeah, I don't know. It'd be an interesting theory to go back in time and like alternate reality, right? Like just pick any raid and be like, okay, we won this raid. Let's replay this raid and forget everything we learned about the bosses during the raid, but we go back and instead we do mythic splits for 1 week and just see how that turns out. I am kind of fascinated to see how that would turn out, but I'm like almost positive it wouldn't be good. I'm pretty sure I could be a little bit more like nuanced with how I say this, but I'm pretty sure you just auto lose if you do that. Like the theory is it's like, okay, you get a shitload of eye level, and yes, you have to go back and progress these bosses that you haven't done, which could be like a 3 or 4 day ordeal. But it's like, oh, you get a reset and you get a ton of eye level and you have a full video on everything on how to do it. And like realistically, while you're doing mythic splits, your smart people could be like fully fucking downloading how you should do this boss. But the thing is, like, you can have a boss fully figured out. You can watch a kill video. You can have the strat figured out. But sometimes the boss is still just really fucking hard. Like, think about, like, Nexus Princess, right? Kaiveza. Like, dude, imagine it's like, okay, dude, we've been doing mythic splits all week. We're going to fucking come in here and just destroy Kaiveza. Like, no, you're still going to have to pull that boss 300 times. No way around it, right? Unless they nerf it. But in this scenario where a guild is doing mythic splits, there is a 0% chance they would ever nerf any boss if they haven't killed it yet. So, like, yeah, I don't know. It's probably just really fucking bad. Oh. This is looking like a nice little push. Did they get the wins? Ooh, boys. Ooh. They look healthy. A couple people with dots are the only ones that can really die here. Well, if you had 5 extra eye level, you wouldn't have had to one tank Kaiveza. Yes, but that, bro, one tanking was like pushing the amount of, you did hundreds of pulls before you ever even one tanked. 200 plus, right? It's like, that was just the end. But yeah, it would have shaved some time from that for sure. Let's fucking go. What's the burn looking like here? This is looking even, I think, even maybe worse than the other guild. 64, 63, 60. Yeah, I mean, killable for sure, right? But it's like, you can already basically bet there's going to be 1 or 2 tank deaths. Just hope they lock the fuck in. Let's unmute them. I think this is the English speaking, right? Maybe not. Holy 2 Mistweaver's disc. Is it easy for disc to get like good ramps during this? Because like I could see like a theoretical, you know, what a disc ramp has been for the past 5-6 years, being really good and making people feel healthy because like all the damage is really localized. But I don't know if it's actually easy to do with the movement you have to do. You know what I mean? Not to mention disc is like famously one of the specs that people play the worst. You know what I mean? This person seems to be doing a lot of HPS, but like doing HPS at the right time is like skill cap of disc is like infinite. All right. Ooh. Yeah, 3 deaths there. Already a bad burn. Realistically, if you want to save a res for a tank, they only have 1 res. They sent it on the mage. That's the correct choice. You have 0 chance of killing it with 3 DPS dead. 30% going in. 30% going into... Wait, is no one talking? They've had unmuted... They've actually been streaming comms. Literally no one has spoken for like a minute. I mean, that alone is like huge debuff on the raid. Okay, tank position here actually looks pretty solid. Hands off keyboard. That was actually clean. Except for the... Oh, they lost a healer. Extremely not good. Okay, third Devour, which they were all really stacked for. This is probably going to be a little sketchy. Hopefully they don't greet it. Get in. Everyone lived that. That... Oh my god. Dude, watching people use quick movement in this last phase always just like makes... It's like a jump scare. Because it's just so easy to get hit by this shit. Wait, the healer's going in the melee one? No, fuck it. Or not, this guy's not a healer. I'm done. Or he is a healer. Whoa, ooh. I mean, this is still a really good pull, though. Sub 10. I actually think this might be close to their best.
Why did I get so
Keep going, actually. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, no. Tank's dead. Do not keep going.
Oh, my god.
Super over.
8%. Best try. We are back. I can't believe it.
Yes, they're fucking hyped. They're hyped.
Sorry. I didn't see it yet. Oh!
Go all night. Go all night.
7.4%.
Yeah, that was like that was such a problematic pull, and they still had like a really low wipe. That's definitely good. Okay, other guilds in P1. I wonder how long this late into the night the like mental boost of like having a new low pull will carry you. Realistically, they probably have like 30 minutes of value off of that where people will like play really well. But I mean, that's almost the amount of time they have left in their reset, right? Is it actually 45 minutes left? Like they're at the very end? If they're burn phase. Yeah, and that's with the worst push of all time. You're so right. They had like 3 deaths and they had the worst burn. But like, I mean, realistically, maybe their burn won't be a lot better. But I mean, yeah, I mean, if they... Sorry, if I'm correct, even with that pretty bad pull, if they had the average burn from the kills we saw yesterday, that boss actually would have died on that pull. All right, maybe hopefully they can string together a good pull. We're gonna full screen the other guild. When my guild, when we killed it, the boss was at 6% after the second Devour in P3. I mean, that's just extremely dead. We saw some guilds like have a tank alive and like 4 DPS for like 30 seconds and like whittled it down. That seemed to actually be a pretty common kill. There was one guild that tried to throw so hard. I don't even really remember what happened, but they had everyone alive with 1 battle res going into the second Devour, and the boss was sub 10, which is like, that's just a fucking kill. And then going into the second Devour, and then after the second Devour, the boss is at 5%. Someone's like, just kill it. And then like the tank suck plus the reverse gravities killed like 16 people. Like almost the entire raid died, including both tanks, and like 3 people were alive and they killed it. They actually almost historically threw. I would criticize the like hitting the let's kill it too early thing, but I've done that pretty frequently in the race, actually. I think I started screaming a little too early on Dimensius. I mean, was it too early if like, I mean, we shit on it was dead. Like I knew it was dead. Like we killed it before the Devour even started casting, and you can kill it multiple seconds after that. So I guess it's just up to your perspective. And then on Ansurek, I started screaming at like 5%, but also there was actually no way we could have wiped at that point. There was nothing that happened until, I mean, the boss didn't even cast the last thing. It did seem pretty high though. Because usually, like, starting to scream doesn't make people play better or be more focused. It, like, oftentimes can make people make mistakes because, you know, it's hectic. Dude, gifted subs, that, like, never happens. Let's fucking go. Wait, you've gifted... Holy shit. You gifted 500 total. An absolute oiler. My Galliwix kill had the prop pally alive at the end to finish the last 1%. Yeah, that's the classic. Yeah, making sure during hard or soft enrages you have one person like kind of dedicated to saving their immunity for that is really important. It can get you a kill multiple pulls early because they're super dead. Just because even when everyone dies, like your dots are still going crazy for like 5 or 6 seconds. Are they staying in? Unmuting?
It's late and it was not very...
Like, it was almost impossible to fix that at that time.
Like, I do get it, you've been going on for like hours at this point. If it happens again, just say something in voice.
Just grip, preferably.
Let's fucking go, gamers.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I put feast.
We put feast. One
Yeah.
more.
What the fuck? How many feasts are there?
Last feast of the expansion.
Yeah.
Wait, this
Man,
last pull?
I'm gonna regret this tomorrow so much. Why am I doing that?
He said last feast. Oh, last feast. It's not. You feast lasts like an hour, right?
Alright, Isha pressed ready. So
Oh, and obviously it's.
is everyone done feasting?
Yeah.
Warrior and...
Everyone should be done feasting by now, right? I mean, they'll be done in 16 seconds.
Full 53.
Pull it on white 53.
Yeah, today.
Oh, okay.
5.
Oh, what a
Right, pulling
call.
five.
Holy open
2,
micer.
1.
Max, what do you think about
Okay, make sure
Blizzard
the
releasing
message die on
TBC
time.
and the new retail expansion so close to
Mainly
each
looking
other?
at right side.
I don't know. I guess I haven't really thought about it at
To
all.
the middle.
How close are they?
I'm scared there. Took a little bit.
Knock back.
4.
Alright, kill the ad, drop the shit.
Pick up front.
I think TBC Classic. I mean, you'd be surprised how much like Classic and retail overlaps. But it's a re-release. It's not like the original TBC, right? Like, I think, for example, I think it would be infinitely more crazy if it was like OG TBC coming out at the exact same time as a new expansion, right? Like, I think TBC Anniversary Classic or whatever, it's a re-release. So that I feel like it's less of a conflict. Max, how do you feel about the death of RC Loot Council if you weren't in a Race to World First Guild where everyone isn't a Loot Goblin? Wait, you can't have a loot add-on anymore, or specifically RC Loot Council isn't being updated? Because I'm thinking about it right now. There's nothing that stops those kind of things from working. Oh, okay, that person just made it up. This is a W makeup. Yeah, basically, if you've been out of the loop on like add-on stuff, which totally makes sense, by the way. I think a lot of people who give and see a lot of takes on WoW stuff pretty frequently, one thing that's often misunderstood is how few people actually like lock in and pay attention to all of the updates instead of just like stop playing the patch and then you figure out what's going on basically right before the new one comes out. That's like most people. And it's not surprising that a lot of people are really confused about like what is still able to be done, because the headline they may have saw and most likely did see a while ago was that like add-ons are getting fucked, right? And for a while that was true, and then people started making ones under the new rules, and now it's basically, I wonder, there's probably a better way to say this. There's people who are much more knowledgeable about this than me, but I want to say you can still do everything you did before, maybe a different add-on that does it. Like you were using Weak Wars to do something and now that's not a thing and you have to find a different way to do it. you can still do basically everything except for dynamically assign raid encounters. Like if there's something that goes out and you don't know who it's going to go on and things are changing every pull, like that kind of stuff is like pretty much gone. And almost everything else still works. And a lot of the information that you can gain from other players as well, like how long someone else's cooldown is that is not you. And I'm sure there's a lot of other cases, but like major ones, it's like, oh, live, Druid. Druid lives this, right? Like they have TD right now. Oh, this is a dangerous time dial. This time dial is going to absolutely turbo fuck them, I think. Oh no, they phased out of it. Can you die to time dial? Like if there's no other damage event, do you just go to 1 health, or can it actually kill you? It's like stagger. Well, stagger can't kill you, so I guess that answers that. Oh, I know what I want. I want some Mendocino. That shit sounds fantastic. How do you recruit people or new raiders in the core team to the race? Usually just recruit another guild's best player, and you bet that they'll be good enough to do stuff, and sometimes you're wrong, and most of the time you're right. That's all it is. Nothing else you can do. It's really weird in the race too, because like a lot of times when you guys like pick people up and trial them or whatever, you're immediately able to put them into content where you can gauge their skill. Because like if you're doing farm, or if you're someone who progresses the whole tier, that's like pretty close to what you're able to see, right? In the race, though, it's really weird where like what we are asking them to do you cannot see in farm. It's like only able to be seen on progression, right? Where you can judge someone. So basically you just guess. You guess based on someone's character and their accomplishments and stuff you've seen from them and logs from previous progression of like if you think they're going to be good enough. And realistically what that turns out being is you just end up recruiting as many guild's best players as you can, and that fill a role you need, and hopefully they're good enough, and sometimes they are and sometimes they aren't. But the crazy thing is you find out during the race, which is like obviously like really risky, right? Like imagine going into an end boss and you have someone in the raid that you don't actually know if they're good enough to do an end boss yet. That's genuinely true. Like it is very common actually that someone is good enough in the race to world first to do this for a non-end boss, even a second to last boss, but then what a end boss is asking you is actually just way harder, and they're not good enough for that, and you just don't know until you're in real time, and then that causes a lot of very interesting decisions to be made. Other guild is starting P2.2. Oh shit. Who surprised you the most in a race? I don't know, because like a lot of times when people do like extremely well during the race and they become like someone who is, you know, is someone you maybe want in on every boss, that player is, you kind of know about them before they get there. Like an example of this last tier was a Shine, right? But like we knew a Shine was that good. Like a Shine, Echo and us have been trying to recruit that guy actually forever. Like we knew how good he was. Oh, this is a wipe. Yeah. But like you're basically asking me like what person did we maybe weren't as sure about, and then they randomly were like insane. That's like dude, does that even happen? I actually don't even know if that happens. I'm going through my head, and I feel like most people that are like actually really like that, you know that almost right away, even though you haven't actually seen it. I think it's because of vouches. Like I think usually when someone is good enough to raid here and be an impact player for us, they have like basically everyone they've ever played with is like, yeah, that's the GOAT. I think. Like basically the success chance of people that have had so many people tell us they're the GOAT, the success chance is like 99.9999999. Are there people that you really want to recruit, but they don't want to because of whatever reason? Over the years, yeah. There's definitely been people that like just weren't interested in putting in the time for the race, or like have jobs like they just don't have the time for it. They don't want to commit. They don't want to leave their current guild they're in. Like that happens, right? Like people are like really close with the people they raid with. Like one really common one is like if you're in one of the best guilds in the world at your hours, like let's just say you're a 5 hour a night, maybe 4 or 5 days a week during progression, and you're in like the best guild in the world at that hour range. So like the guild's really fun to play in because it has a bunch of really good players that don't really have the time or want to raid more. And if you really like the people there, it's kind of a huge risk in leaving, right? Like you're joining an entire new group to raid more, and you don't even know if you want to do that. You've never tried it. It's kind of interesting to you, but like, who knows if it's what you really want to do? And then maybe you can't come back after you leave. Like there's a lot of risk involved in that. Like people don't want to take those risks. Thoughts on yelling at your raiders and making them feel bad on purpose? We have what a fucking insane question. We have a raider who is built like Goku, and when we trash talk him, he gets superpowers. That's fucking so funny. The first part of that question was just insane to read in real time. Yeah, you should always do that. You should always demean anyone when they do something wrong. You want to make them feel straight terrible. You want to be a vibe assassin. Where do you think tanks will fall the first season of Midnight? No idea, man. Max, if you gave a random top 100 guild 10 eye levels on Liquid during the race, would they win? No, if they kept their same raid hours. But if they, I mean, actually, probably, yeah. I don't know. Like, bro, 10 eye levels is crazy, man. Like that. Actually, I'm just gonna go with yeah. Like I don't know. Like there's so many really good guilds in that range, where I'm just like thinking of these guilds and like, bro, if you give them 10 eye levels, I'm pretty sure they would just absolutely smoke these fights. Like if you're assuming that the bosses are tuned to be killable with the eye level we have, which is historically always true, like yeah, I'm pretty sure we'd instantly lose. Like that 10 eye levels is just a crazy fucking number. Like, yeah, okay, they don't make strats. Bro, do you know how much easier strats are to make when you just overpower the fuck out of the boss? Like, you can get away with things that are way less intricate. You could just do it, you know? Ten eye level is about 5% damage and healing. I don't think that's true. I think it's much larger than that. But more importantly, it's also HP. HP is like the most underrated, most insane thing for progression. Max, have you guys ever had OCE players in the guild? none that come to mind that like were. I think like in the back of my head, I feel like we had like an OCE player that like at some point, or we were considering one and it didn't work out, or we brought them and it didn't work out, and I don't think so. And if I were to guess why that's the case, it's actually most likely just where we are in the world. Like their raid times and like what it's like to live in Australia is just like it's like fucking flipped upside down night and day. So like I feel like it would just be so hard to even meet those. Cuz like how do you meet people, right? Like you meet people in WoW by like and you network by like doing Mythic Plus keys, but like dude, no one wants to do Mythic Plus keys with an OCE player because either that person's on 200 ping or you're on 200 ping and someone's mad, right? So like you avoid the fuck out of that. So like you don't meet them that way, which is huge. And then also it's unlikely you would raid with them because just again, your times are just flipped upside down. So if I were to guess, that's why that's like I think the answer to the question is no. I don't think we've had someone. There's almost certainly been like players. I mean, there's a 0% chance that OCE has not produced a player that could raid in a world first guild. Like there's just definitely has been that, right? I don't know any by name, but I'm sure that's true. It's most likely a time thing. Bro, I got my first cutting edge in Australia. I was playing EU servers, 300 MS. I mean, that's just like why though? What's happening? Pargoth is destroying that guild. Yeah, I actually wonder. I wonder how hard of a cutting edge. I know statistically more people got Demencius than like Ansurek, but like I don't know, stacking raid buff and this is a true stat. If you haven't heard it yet, I said it a little bit yesterday. 20 eye levels these guilds have from the world first kill and a 15% raid buff. When I heard that, I was just like, this is going to be one of the easiest cutting edges of all time. That's just not how it turned out at all. They didn't really nerf the boss that much because of that, which is unsurprising because isn't that kind of the theory behind the stacking raid buff is they don't need to nerf these bosses as much. But again, a lot of this boss isn't nerfed by gear, so this ended up being, I think, like pretty challenging. Ansurek was giga nerfed. I'd be very surprised if more guilds killed Demencius. And it's at the beginning of the expansion. There's a lot more people that play at the beginning of the expansion. I think Fyrak had like a lot of cutting edges, but also Fyrak was a very interesting case of like they had the first BlizzCon in a while and there was just a shitload of retail hype randomly in the middle of an expansion and it like made a bunch of stats look really weird. Oh, that looks late. That looks late. Yeah, bottom group said. I mean, a lot of guilds hit a wall on Nexus King and just ran out of time on Demencius. Oh, yeah. Nexus King, like, P1 is something also where, like, your eye level just doesn't fucking matter. I mean, it does. Like, like, the amount of health you have just means you can afford to get hit by things and not die in that phase. But, I mean, it's just, like, there's no way to outgear looking at the spirits, right? Which is very hard. I wonder if there's just way more people raiding Mana Forge than in Season 1 and Season 2 because the raid is just really good. I mean, I don't think like a good raid makes people decide to raid as much as like it maybe makes guilds stop like dying in the middle of it if they're having more fun because the bosses they're doing are good. I actually am kind of interested in how that plays out. But I think from everything I've heard is that this was a generally pretty enjoyable raid to do. Good patch causes more people to play. We still haven't reached Season 3 Dragonflight numbers. Again, I think that's a little bit of an anomaly, though. So, like, Season 3 Dragonflight was really good, but also it was just that time. Like, BlizzCon just, like, inflated the fuck out of retail randomly in the middle of an expansion. Like, it's just so specific. I mean, I played the fuck out of that patch. I was in there. Castle Nathri as well. Yeah, I mean that Season 1 Shadowlands was so hard carried by COVID, like, and Castle Nathri a little bit. But like people were so upset about the Covenant thing, but it just didn't even matter. Because like there was just everyone's friends were playing, everyone was playing WoW middle of COVID, and the raid really owned. Like, dude, that patch had like the first iteration of the Maw, boring ass, like not optimized Torghast yet. Like there's actually so many parts of the beginning of Shadowlands Season 1 that were just like so problematic. Conduit energy. Obviously, I already mentioned Covenants, but like I don't know, you just can't. The game can be really bad, but if everyone's playing it and all your friends are playing it and every game is more fun to play with friends, it's just going to make you remember that time really fondly. And then on top of that, it just had a really, really, really like all-time great raid. Even PvPers were happy that season because PvEers had to PvP for loot, so PvPers were just slaughtering everyone. Max, thoughts on becoming a slot streamer? Man, I hope things don't ever go so bad for me that I would consider doing that, but yeah, who knows, man. Next year, I don't know. I'm just very opposed. I'm just very opposed to gambling. Huge, huge negative on that. All right, 15 minutes. I'm going to go with there's a 99% chance that neither of these guilds kill it, but I'm here for the chance that one of them just randomly, it would be legendary if they killed it. All right, I'm going to grab a drink. How long have NA servers been down? Almost 12 hours. 11 hours is assuming it comes up at the end of this most recent extension, which is obviously becoming more increasingly unlikely by the minute. I'm chilling though, because most reason I'm chilling is I don't even really know. Does it? Okay, what the fuck do I do? Maybe there's a Wowhead article about this. What do you do in pre-patch? Like, what's the bit? What is there to do? Fix your UI. Yeah, but I'm not even doing that right now, to be honest with you. I'm still waiting until like almost the last possible moment to see how good people's shit is made. Ooh, apparently Atrocity UI is being made. That'd be sweet. I mean, realistically, I'd want to use Atrocity UI if he recreates it, but... Time running out for another pull if they wipe. I want these guilds to kill it, but it would be kind of insane if they're about to kill it, but then the servers go down. That'd be a moment. That'd be a moment. Like, okay, let's... I can understand just laziness and having things always be the same, but if you're someone that has green raid frames like this, what is the thing keeping this the case? Like, what is the thing where, like, you do this and you're like, this is fucking it, bro? Like, do you not know the option to do class color is there? You know, like, mono frames are not bad. Dude, you can even do mono frames. Just what the fuck's up with the green? You know what I mean? Scaling green to red based on health. Yeah, I know. I don't know. It fucking pisses me off, you know? Fucking mad. I'm mad. Alright, Pargoth. Pargoth has been sending this guild to the Shadow Realm. Let's send Pargoth to the fucking Shadow Realm right here. Servers are up? Oh shit. Alright, I don't have a sub right now. I'm gonna see if it'll let me redeem gold. Yeah, resubscribe. Yeah, add 30 days for 300k. Do I have 300k? Oh, I do. Let's go. I did it. Wait, you don't even have a sub even? Yeah, bro, that's efficient. It says the game will restart. All right. Rechecking the this looking like I mean, it's only one player. Wait. What am I looking at? What happens? I've never seen this. Oh, yeah, GG. GG for them. They can still start a pull. How long does it take to kill Demencius? 10 minutes? They missed the Pargoth wins. Eight minutes or so. Okay, they can start a pull. They need to wipe like right now. They need to jump into the boss. Other guild looks fine still. I mean, one thing that does kind of interest me in like big patches like this is it is kind of funny to follow how fucked the servers can get. Like I love reacting to like crazy boss bugs. Like I want to watch someone progress Demencius tonight. I hope someone extends their lockout and they pull Demencius tonight. Cuz like obviously that's a terrible fucking decision. But like I would love to just see what the fuck happens. You know? Because, like, is it going to be easy? Is it going to be hard? Everyone's playing with a fucking shitty UI, so, like, I don't know. It's just, like, crazy what is happening. Why is my UI so huge? Actually, I mean, I don't even have a UI yet. I'm not worried about it, but... Yeah, I mean, I just have no add-ons right now, I don't think. Yeah, well, actually, it looks like I do... Yeah, just no add-ons right now. GG. All good. Check your cloak. It looks like it's cloaking. Oh yeah, this was the bit, right? People said like Reshi Raps wasn't working on PTR. Rank 2? Yeah, I haven't played this patch. I actually have played a little bit of this patch, but it's a different character. Okay, so the other guild went offline. We're full screening. Full screening. Unmuting maybe? English speaking? This is still our Toshi.
No buttons, no buttons, no buttons, 0 buttons.
Get the fuck off multi-Twitch. Damn. Logging... Oh, BC. Logging in on Monk for the first time and not having Storm, Earth, and Fire. That is... Wait, did the realms go down? Or is it just me? What's your impression of Devour, DH, so far? I think it's kind of boring. 4 minutes and 45 seconds left? Yep. The true last pull of last pulls here.
Time for dates, boys.
They definitely have the time. They have the time. They're gonna have like 4.5 minutes to do the last phase, which is more than enough. Assuming they can do Pargoth. Pargoth is very difficult for these guilds. I mean, them killing it would be so crazy. One player DC'd. Well, they're trying to res him. I think he's just dead. They tried to res him during the knockback and then gave up. Who is that? Kazek. Are they on the, Not sure. Oh! No! It's over. Alright. Who's the Race to World last champion? Let's see. It is clean break of EU Argent Dawn. I believe. Technically, China still has like another day. How many Chinese guilds have killed in the last couple of days? Do they have to manually be added at this point? It looks like 0. Radar.io doesn't have China. Oh, yeah, you're right. Servers are up? Yeah, relogging in. One thing I do have to do in pre-patch is I have to farm some better gear. I mean, Radar.io does have China at the very, right? Like, these guilds. But I think they have to be manually added. I don't think like it pulls from the API like it does everyone else. So I'm assuming just like at the end of the season, they just don't bother. I keep getting DC'd. Farm? You mean you have 4 people farm it for you, right? Oh yeah, that's a way fucking better idea. $47 months. My goats. Looks like Clean Break had a clutch tank sub. Yeah, dude, if you want to kill Demencius quickly and you're trying to get Race to World Last cutting edge, right? Just fucking tell both your tanks it's been real. We'll catch up with you next season, but we're getting 2 tank mercenaries. You'll kill a boss actually so much faster. How are you getting Insta character screen? Oh, I'm on a streamer client. But yeah, I mean, it looks like the servers are pretty fucked right now. Thanks. Thank God Storm, Earth, and Fire is gone. Dude, I know it's like the most buggy shit ever, and maybe this is nostalgia talking. But I just feel like it, I've actually like kind of dislike it. I feel like it's lost a lot of flavor. Maybe I try logging in on a different. Let's log in on Bone. I need to like remove every add-on though, but pick up where you left off. Yeah. Leave me alone. Are your add-ons somehow DCing you? I mean, I turned them all off, so I think the servers are just a little cooked right now, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I feel like I can do this a way easier way. If I'm worried about the add-ons at all, I could just straight up go into my... I could go into my add-on folder and just... I mean, fuck it. I'm going to do that. Here. I'm in. But is it loading my add-ons? Yay or nay? Wait. Add-ons thing is gone. I think I definitely don't have them loaded.
We need your help.
Yeah, just whatever. Leave it like that. Yeah. It's there, an add-ons button? Oh, it is there. Oh, they are loaded. Yeah, I think I'm going to hit that, actually. I think I'm going into... Program files, World of Warcraft, retail, interface, add-ons. Actually deleting everything. I'm just playing full default until I download a UI pack a couple weeks from now. Oh, wait, what is happening right now? Maybe I did need to choose the other thing. Oh, no, yeah. Yeah. Alright, reloading. Doing the Void Demon Hunter quest, scaling is turbo fucked, one-shotting everything on Destro. Bro, is anyone online right now that's like in a guild that's planning on raiding tonight? I would love to just watch. I would love to watch that. Cuz like it's objectively a terrible decision, right? It's such a bad idea. but I want to watch it. Like, because like it's just so fascinating. Stat squish plus UIs are trash. And then, like, you're going to be doing raid bosses that you've been accustomed to using weak aura packs for so long, and those are gone. It's going to be amazing. Honestly, it's like kind of fascinating to me. I need like one person to be raiding. Like here, actually, like, let me reload this. Dude, like, give me some fucking NA guilds that didn't kill it yesterday, and they're like playing tonight. Even, I mean, there's no reason though, because it's no more cutting edge. I don't know. It would be, yeah, it's god tier content. Mount still drops? Yeah, that's a, yeah, okay, yeah, guys, the mount still drops. Fucking get in there. Dude, why is my UI huge, by the way? Is there a UI scaled? Wait, it's scaled regular style. Is this just what it... something about my UI is wrong, right? Like, are these supposed to be like... Is this what default UI, like straight default, like it's this fucking huge? Don't use scaling? Oh, just no UI scale. Okay, apply. Oh, yeah, there we go. That looks way better. Got it. You like this? Wait, double jumping? Can I not, I guess I can't fly in this area? Yeah. I mean, Illidan's a pretty big realm, right? Let me just, like, slash Hugh Manaforge. Come on, someone's got to just be getting in a raid right now. Realistically, no one's going to do it because, like, no one has their UI set up, right? But, like... Slash Hugh Manaforge. Alright, there's one person. There's one singular person on Illidan in Manaforge. Open group finder. Manaforge, heroic, learn. I mean, no one's gonna be making a mythic group. I kind of want to see mythic more than anything. Young viewer raid, 5 minutes into the patch. I mean, I probably could swing that. I could get some people around for that. I would just AFK on these characters. They're horrible. Viewer raid, no add-ons allowed. I mean, free loot for you as well.
Frustration, Gaora, but do not rush to conclusions.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that in a little bit. What are those chat bubbles? I don't know. I'm 90. Yeah, I'm 98 eye level, dude. But also, I think all of our shit got squished, right? What's a good eye level if you've played through the turbo boost and have turbo boosted your gear? What is that? What is that right now? 168 apparently, 170. Okay. Swap to Unholy. It's different now. Yeah, I've been keeping up with Unholy. Looks really cool. At least thematically, I thought it was really cool. Did they fix it to make it like fun to play though? Because like first iteration, it was real bad. Cooldown manager? Yeah, I mean, I had a setup on like alpha and beta, but I don't have one for this. I'm basically putting in zero work into my UI until I know that like a lot of people are still working on the best version for that. I'm just basically waiting until the last possible moment to like fully commit to something that I think looks good. Copy and paste a Luxthos string. They have them up. Yeah, but okay, like, this is gonna sound stupid, but like, I don't want to do that because then I might like get used to it, and I don't want to get used to something I'm not gonna actually use. Max, the guild called Scraw is mythic rating tonight. If you are interested, a few of us stream it. Yes, I'm extremely interested in that. When are you rating? Scraw. Give me a little time frame. I have to watch this. Should be rating within the next 15. We're setting up now. Dude, my goat. Holy fuck, give me a stream of that. Give me a fucking stream of that. I have to watch this. Max, do the quest to unlock the new Demon Hunter class. No. Wait, that shit isn't just like natty unlocked? It's the Void Elf thing. Yeah. Dude, I can't wait for this. This is going to be so fun. I mean, ideally, I want to see someone doing Dimmy, but I would be down to just watch anyone pulling Mythic, honestly. Dude, okay, can you give me a little bit more lore? So I don't want to change your mind, and I'm really glad you guys are doing this for my entertainment. Well, I'm sure you're doing it on your own, but like, what compelled you to schedule a raid today? Like, what was just like, what conversations went on when you were just like, we're gonna do this? Is it for the bit? Or like, do y'all just love the fucking game? Because like, bro, it's just crazy. It's just insane. Like, I know some people raid on patch day, and I'd say it's like probably like 15-20% chance of that working, you know? Like, there's no crazy game-breaking bugs or whatever, but like, stat squish, no UI, no weak aura pack.
I understand your frustration, Gaora, but
I'm just gonna guess also just on random guilds, like, the likelihood of a guild logging in and like everyone has like already optimized their UI from beta and it's just copy-paste, like, 0% chance of that, right? Like, y'all just raw dog. Yeah, you're raw dog in the raid. That's just insane. I love it. How many bosses have you guys killed? Are you guys like a guild that's full? You're just re-clearing and like, yeah, because I don't know if I'd want to watch a guild progressing an early boss. Really, I'd want to watch a re-clear of a guild that's killed it before. All right, we should maybe do like a bingo board for this. Like, what's the chance that, you know what I mean? Like, some boss has got to be unkillably bugged, you know? Also, Fractalus should be, like, really interesting. We're 8 out of 8 Mythic. This is a re-clear. Oh, dude. Holy fuck, that's so cool. Like, the thing with Fractalus is, though, I feel like you can just kill the... If it's a re-clear especially, I feel like you're going to kill the boss so fast that you just kind of brute force it. Like, you could just call things natty. I actually think most of the bosses will be stupid easy because of the squish. Bosses are likely hit harder by the scaling than we players are. Okay, you say that, but I could easily see that being the opposite. You know? Like, I think if Blizzard's smart, they make it... Because, like, there's no stakes for raiding now. You just get stuff for the expansion. There's no more cutting edge, right? You get some mounts, but, like, why does Blizzard care if the mounts are hard or easy? They wouldn't, right? So... Testing it in Brawlers Guild, NPCs are turbo nerfed compared to players by about 2x. Okay, but that would also be fun to watch if raid bosses are just getting actually smoked.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummles.
Every stat squish that has happened has made the M bosses harder. This one will probably be the same as those, especially with the add-on dump. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like,
I have many.
If normally you playing the game yesterday was you playing at 100% effectiveness for yourself, like you are 100% as good as you should be, I'm just going to guess the average raider in any guild right now is like 60% of that, at least until they like optimize their shit. Maybe it's higher than that. Because like everything you're used to seeing for all these bosses, the alerts and stuff, all that's going to be gone, right? Actually, wait, does someone have like a... did someone put out an add-on that's still going to have like reminder type stuff for the upcoming... For like Mana Forge, but not the new raid, like Mana Forge. Is the difference between 150 and 170 more than it would be between 700 and 720? Who fucking knows, man? Yo, is my food here yet? I'm so hungry. Yeah, whenever that guild starts raiding, someone give me that link. Oh, my food is not here yet. It looks like it's very close, though. Is Race to World Last for EU over yet? Yes, it ended, like, kind of at the exact same time the NA servers came up. I can barely play the game. I'm totally cooked. Healers are in the center of the earth. Yeah, by far the most affected people playing the game today are, and in the next expansion, are going to be healers. They're the people with the UI that has been the most affected. Good. Fucking good. Yeah, they deserve it. Fucking losers. To be honest, I think a lot of people are being really overdramatic about how bad the raid frames are. Okay, like, I could see how someone could feel that way, but, like, if you've been used to playing the game for a long time, and you've, like, optimized your UI for the way you want to see it, and now, at least temporarily, that it's, like, a bit worse and not what you want to see... Like, you can say it's over dramatic. It's like, yeah, dude, you can still play the game, but that doesn't mean it doesn't, like, suck for that person. Like, some people might actually stop playing the game because of that. And if a person is no longer wanting to play the game because it, like, sucks so bad for them for whatever reason, is that person being over dramatic by saying they hate it? Probably not, right? Only low skill people are crying? I don't know. Our healers fucking hate it too, man. They're pretty good. Except for Nick. Yeah, Nick already used like default. Oh, my food's here. What makes tonight's raid and like the next few weeks exciting is just the adjustment period. It's going to be very, very hellish. Like, let's just say someone healed for the last 10 years and rejuve on their raid frames with a little pink box. You know? And they just know exactly what that looks like. Like, when they raid tonight, and that's no longer the case, and they haven't put in a lot of effort into changing it on beta, like, they're absolutely going to be affected by that, and it's going to feel really bad. Are you worried without add-ons you won't need a 21st man? No. No. Dude, I don't know why, but I like turned my head like a fucking dog when he asked that. I was so confused. Holy fuck, this sandwich is good. Did you try the Jersey Mike's Hot Italian? Yeah, it's pretty good. It's not like top tier, but it is pretty good. Alright. It's been 15 minutes. Where's that stream? I forget the name of the guild, but who's got the, I want to watch that guild progress. Yeah, fucking scraw. Let me check. I can just find this, right? Scraw. This is a guild, and he said like around World 1000. They're re-clearing. They killed Dementius like 2 months ago. Yeah. All right, give me a streamer. Okay, they don't have a streamer. Wait, streaming now? Or does this... Wait, this is... Yeah. Isn't this of the guild? Is this real shit? Yo. Oh my god. Alright, first look. First look, boys. First look of the Mythic raid after the whole thing. I wonder if I can get a multi-twitch of different PVs. Let's get some yeah, give me some streams here. Now don't show me a character profile. Give me their... What the fuck is this? Oh, we got some people making their UI in real time. With some absolute crazy shit going on this screen. Okay. And the rest of them are all this person? Yeah, there's just 2 streamers. I did think the cooldown manager ended up being in a pretty good spot. I hate that you have to skin it, though, to, like, reduce the space in between the buttons. Okay, so the boss is getting fucking owned, right? And you have to keep in mind that some of them are like... Some of these players are probably like not doing optimal damage because they didn't set their UI up beforehand, right? Like... 50% before first intermission, it's going to be way lower than that, right? %36%. Okay, for people who re-clear normally, what is your like your push? Not as big of a stat squish as you were expecting? Really? Their top DPS is doing 34k DPS right now. Usually around 50 to 60. That's pretty big. Pretty big difference. Oh, I read 2 mil. Yeah, that's like how much total damage they've done. Dude, the stat squishes are something that I've never really understood a lot of the community on. Like, it's something to me that means, and I really mean this, it means absolutely nothing. Like, stat squishes, they could do a stat squish or a stat explosion in between every patch. It would mean nothing to me. It's irrelevant. It's all relative. It doesn't matter. And for some people, that just is the total opposite. They just, like, it freaks them the fuck out. Like, stat squishes, like, have to happen. They have to be... Either the numbers have to be huge or really small. They hate the other thing. Okay. So first boss looked pretty easy. Are they going to do a skip, or are they full clearing? That kill right there was faster than the fastest kill anyone did before the patch. And they had multiple deaths. And they, again, I'm assuming people are not playing up to 100% of their potential with their UIs. Like, I don't know, they have 15 DPS, 14 DPS in here right now. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, like, at least 2 or 3 of them right now are in comms like, boys, I have no idea what's going on right now. Also, I feel like this is the first time, they said this was the first time they raided in a while, too. Like, they had taken a break for the holidays after clearing. I don't know if that's actually true. It's also a very dangerous thing to do. Typically, let's see, recent pulls. Yeah, like how recently have they been re-clearing? So the most recent clear they had was January 13th, which was just last Tuesday. Right? So they're they've been playing. Okay, so that'll be easier to track. Their break was the weekly reset, as it should be. Max, the fastest Plexus was 223 before, 148 now pre-patch. Okay, that makes me interested to see like how fast like the last phase of Dimensius will be. Or if like, I don't know, what is the chance? What is the percentage chance that one of these bosses is hilariously bugged or unkillable? Oh, they're skipping to Nexus King, so we're only going to see 3 bosses, so much less of a chance. The correct answer, by the way, is 50-50. It either happens or it doesn't. Maybe skip platforms now on Nexus King? That would be wild. Demi sub 20 after the burn. Why didn't they go to Fractalus? I mean, I'm sure for their re-clears, they probably have just skipped all those bosses for a while. I would like to see someone do Fractalus for fun, though. I mean, I feel like it's not as bad as people think it's going to be. It's already going to get extremely shit on. It's already going to get extremely shit on. Just from them having more HP, or more, like, damage, but I feel like the strat is actually not even that hard. You could just probably put the small things, like 1 in each of the 4 things, like never move your spot, and have the tank one just make sure it never hits 6, and then you just, like, clear YOLO, and I bet you'd kill it and it wouldn't be that bad. They apparently have, like, doubled the time you have to do the walls on Fractalus. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, so what did they actually nerf the raid by? Someone said they nerfed the whole raid by 40%, but then apparently they nerfed Dimensius by another 40%, and they made it so planets only blow up when 6 people get in them now instead of 5. Or instead of 7, or 7 people blows it up now instead of 6. Wasn't it 5 originally? No, 5 was fine. 6 made it explode. Anything more than 5. Now it's anything more than 6. Oh yeah, is this DH playing the new spec? Wait, I think he is. Isn't that the icon? Also, easy rank ones. Just fucking get in there before everyone else does. GG. Oh, apparently the fastest kill in Plexus being 223 was with 1 tank and 1 healer. And this guild did it in 40 seconds faster with 2 tanks and 4 healers. So 4 less DPS players. That is insane. You're probably, I mean, is that like, are you doing double damage? Max, that was Panda. What was the order? I got a plate with double orange chicken as God intended, and steamed rice, steamed white rice, and greens. The boss is getting fucking nuked. But I think they have an MC. It's a tank as well. Maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah, look at your guy. Did the new DH spec start OP? Both of them are doing pretty well right now. I don't know if it's like very bursty or what, but I mean they're for sure skipping the platforms. He's 50% halfway through P1. How does this work if you push the P2 burn before the end of P1? Does it MC you? Do you have to stop damage? Yeah, look at your spirit. 1, 2. Oh, that's only the second spirit. What is the percentage where it auto pushes? Oh, someone missed. This druid has to get hit by a second thing, or he's getting MC'd, but maybe they just push it. Oh, he's just getting MC'd, but I mean, it probably just doesn't even matter. 4 people are getting MC'd here. I mean, the boss is just fucking dead. Well, what percentage does it? Someone said like 10%. I mean, it's gonna be 10% like right now. Oh wait, it's gonna eat the whole dragon though. That guy can onk. He has to onk the burn, right? So they lust this. I think if they lusted pull, I don't even think it would have finished the first phase. How many healers do they have alive? 3? Oh, they're just ticking down. Oh, healing is something that could be a lot different. This is a very bursty phase, and healing got, like, very changed. Oh, they look alive. Okay. Wait, it didn't heal? Bugged? I mean, it's not going to heal. They killed the dragon, right? Oh, okay. I mean, that looked crazy easy. I mean, I can rewind it. Let's see. So Nexus King has 10% HP or 8% HP, and the Void Wing at the end of the burn 35, 34, 33, and then the boss healed from 8 to 12%. Is that correct? I mean, I know Nexus King has a way bigger HP pool, but that's either a bug or they nerfed it. Okay. All right, now we get to see what I wanted to see, Dimensius. This is going to be interesting. What was their kill time? No idea. Maybe they have logs. I mean, actually, I can check. They have does he have kill time on his POV anywhere? 323, 324, 320, 325, I think. I mean, I'm pretty sure Dimensius is gonna get absolutely fucking shit on. Because, like, I need to read the nerfs again before they pull. Midnight pre-expansion content update notes. Where's, like, the nerfs and changes and stuff? Like, Mana Forge nerfs. Mana Forge pre-patch nerfs. Maybe there's like a Wowhead article on it here. What are we thinking for the Dimmy burn? Bro, I think it might die. Because, like, what does our guild get the boss to in the burn? Like... Okay, we did 6 Dimensiuses. Although most of these are probably sales. But, like... yeah, here, replay. Okay. This is with there's 3 people dead. Are we triple selling the boss? We are. These are all buyers. And with 3 buyers, we got the boss to 64% before the end of his actual damage amp, and then the end of the collapsing stars is around 55. Echo was quad boosting this boss and almost beat my guild's burn. Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this boss is dead in the burn, I think. At least with a full group of like our raiders, I think it would die. This is actually kind of insane. Is this like how this is normally, like pre-patches are nerfed? Oh, these are the changes. So all damage reduced by 40% relative to HP pools. Okay, Trash Soul Hunters, Fractus, Dimensius. Dimensius, the damage of these spells was nerfed by 50%. Okay. Oh, and then they made the black holes easier. Okay, we're locking in. Damn, actually kind of knowing that our guild gets Dimensius to the same percentage as these guilds doing the race world last over the last few days, but also they have 3 buyers dead is like I mean, you know, obviously that they're better, but it's like that's fucking insane. Hi, Ella. So how this is going to go is they're going to push P1 so fast that they can't use their minute and a halves again. I think realistically what's going to happen here is you minute and a half on pull, minute and a half first platform, do not use minute and a halves again until the burn. That's the timeline here. Also, I think these platform ads might just instantly die. Like, honestly, maybe you just don't even use CDs after P1 just to make sure it's up for the burn. No, because you're going to get some default CDR from just flying, right? Like, this is not normal. Argus and Azoth were harder during the pre-patch squishes. Oh, interesting. How do you fucking remember that? You got a fucking noggin on you or what? Dude, the only thing that pops into my head when I hear N'Zoth is when we were testing it, but the boss was flipped on its side like a dreidel. If you haven't seen that clip, that's probably very confusing, but it was very funny. Max, I pinned the logs in my chat if you want to see them in real time. Oh, no, I don't really care. Hi, baby girl. Are you a sweetie, Ella? Are you a big sweet girl? Yeah, you are. I remember when you guys despawned N'Zoth for an entire country. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright, those died instantly, but I guess that's normal. Is this up to date? Yeah, it is. I mean, this looks pretty normal, right? Does this look like extra crazy? The boss is just... Yeah, okay. I mean, they're out of their CDs now. He's at 40% before the first knock. Amen to that. Scraw. Look at his timers. Look at his timers in the top right, by the way. That's so funny. It's just blank. %, 2%. Wow. That was 1 minute and 9 seconds, P1. Literally half the time of what we were seeing with Race World Last Guilds. Alright, now, interesting. I think you can use minute and a halves here. I actually don't think 2 minutes can use again until the burn. I think the boss is going to die in the burn. Alright, let's look at Artosian. Minute and a halves are sending right now, which is a decent bit of their comp. They do have a death, though. Oh, that's interesting movement. Isn't that guy going to get knocked into the thing? Oh, no. Oh. We've got vibes. Big vibes happening over here. That's going to kill at least a few people, right? Oh, man. I mean, they're going to phase here, but like... Ooh! This is going to sound stupid, but I think they can still kill it. No, they're jumping. I think they could actually still kill it. That's fine. Let's get it clean. Let's get it clean. I want to see everyone alive last phase burn because... you'll actually shit yourself if it dies in the burn. I mean, I'm just looking at it from my guild. Like, my guild with 3 DPS dead, which is like a lot of damage lost, is doing, by the time the planets are done dropping, it's at 55%. Now, if they have everyone alive, it's obviously significantly lower than that. And then it looks like people's damage is roughly doubled. Like, you're doing phases in half the amount of time. So it's definitely possible to be done. I don't know by the end of the burn, but by the end of... Okay, do you consider the burn the damage amp, or like the 10 seconds after that you're just standing there as the planets are falling down? I feel like that is also the burn. Wait, you actually don't even need to split sides in Dimensius, right? Am I wrong? Like, why even go left and right? Oh, you wait, no, are they even doing the first? Do they even have to do the first thing? Need to do this soak and... Oh, yeah. Why are they spending so long planning? Oh, yeah, they're probably not planning, bro. They're probably just gaming. I actually kind of want to listen to comms.
Trinket. My weak war is not going to come.
Alright, I'm ready.
Oh, that guy's got the same idea as you guys. Fucking pull the boss. Dude, Scraw is a sick guild name, by the way.
Yeah, I know, it's hilarious.
So funny. Oh no, I'm crashing this shit out again.
On my thing up. Thank you for the follow.
That guy just thanked someone for the follow mid-combat. This guy's crazy.
Just gotta rely on your game set.
This guy loves WoW game sounds? Yeah, it is quite loud.
Alright, I don't need my melee spot anymore.
I missed the leaf feed now?
I don't know.
Oh, they're so spread out? Is that normal?
Whoever chose to stand that far out on one side, you're insane.
Guys, I might need a weak order for that.
Said I need a weak ore for that.
Is he dead yet?
And Dimensius is just dead. Meet in the middle. Vibes.
Nope.
I mean, that's so fast.
Can someone cover you in the star?
I wish I could turn down this guy's... I wish I could turn down this guy's game sounds.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
We're in Dimensius still meeting. So stay close.
I'm about to top myself.
Okay, buddy.
The whiplash from Race to World Last to this is hilarious, yeah.
Chogo, can we get your best...
Is the other stream quieter? Maybe. There's some crazy shit going on in that stream, though.
I like how that was his plan. Let's go, you know...
I hope it's fired enough for you. I turned it down.
What the fuck?
Guy gets meleeed.
What'd you do?
Easy res, though.
Are you
Tanks?
Two death, 3?
Oh my god, he plays a rage and he still pulls aggro? That's crazy. Why am I over here?
I don't think that really matters. Are they holding reses?
We killed the wrong one.
Wrong guy, wrong guy.
We
No binder went off?
Yeah.
Looking solid.
Alright, we're dead.
Are
No,
you,
just
though?
heal.
Again, I think they're fine.
Oh, I jumped.
I don't have
I don't have
buttons.
grip range anymore.
That's gonna be an annoying thing for me. I just gotta keep an eye out for
What are they doing?
So you can't grip.
They gotta lock in.
Oh no, I can. I just have to be in a different spot.
Oh.
Anyone's using Dender's frame? What the fuck it's called? I am.
Guys, I think we need to lock right now.
Do you know how to disable? Do you know how to disable like it telling you like they're missing a buff? Oh, I think I found it.
I don't think
okay,
I have
I got
that.
it. I got it.
Is this live or VOD? This is live. We're watching someone do the last boss after right now. That hover bar is long. Yes, sir. This is a reclear, yeah. Wait, Mooney Fangs is currently on a 3-stream watch streak. What the fuck is this? Why do I see this on my shit right now? Is that a thing? Might be worth just 4 healing if damage is that bursty, since damage is just show my... Oh, that's hype. Oh no. What have I done? I feel like actually having a streak on my stream that's past a few streams is genuinely impressive, because like when the fuck do I actually stream? Like I'm pretty sure 5 streams goes back almost to the new year. If not before like Christmas. So like you would have to just like randomly know. It's just completely random. You gotta have them fucking noties on. What do you do with your days? You know, I just live them. I mean, honestly, I usually get back from hockey every day around 3 p.m. and that's usually when my streams are already over. But if I was okay with starting my stream around then, I actually could stream like a lot more. Should probably just do that. I've done that the last 2 days actually, but it's been kind of slightly different. All right, I need this guild to lock the fuck in. Seems like the boss still does damage to you. You know? Rebellious Doug is another POV of Dementius. Different guild, though. Okay, fuck it. Who just names their stream that? Let's see. They're fresh off a wipe. This is Race to World first kill after patch. Oh, that ad's gonna heal. I gotta listen to comms, bro.
I'm glad he's not watching.
It was back right. He came back.
I fucking came back, bro.
That's insane.
I watched that.
Did he actually come back in the moment we wiped? That'd be crazy.
I did. I fucking did. Bro, that's tough. That's fucking tough. That's not good. Alright, looks like Dougie's gonna pull first, bro. This is a crazy race. Dude. Let's go. Oh, they ready checked. They might be going faster. Hold on. Hold on. They are, bro. They are. Holy fuck, that's commitment. Oh, I'm actually rooting for them. Let's go. Holy shit, they're locked in. What's up, girl? Hey. Multi-stream side by side. Could do. I had no need because this guild's killing it right here. Oh, they shit on those ads this time. We'll see if they can beat their previous best. Oh, we just killed? Oh shit. Did you guys stream it at all? Big dumb Jake? I want to see the burn. You did? Alright, fuck. Turning that shit on. We'll retune it in P2 here. Big dumb Jake. Here we go. You have everyone alive for the burn? Yeah, you do. Okay, everyone alive for the burn after after patch. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's getting fucked. 50% before the damage amp is even over. Okay, sub 30. Sub 27% at the end of the burn. Boss is getting fucking smoked. Holy shit. Yeah, dude, is the first Devour gonna even happen? I mean, bro. That's just insane. What's their kill time? 419. 419 Demencius. Seems easy. They were actually real stat. They were actually dragon riding on this boss longer than they were in the last phase. Holy moly. Scraw! Come on, Scraw. Alright, Pargoth. P3 Demencius going from one of the hardest to just standing still and press buttons is hilarious. I mean, a new guild would still take a long time to kill this boss, I think. Certainly less than 500 attempts, which seems to be the going rate here. Get in, my slime. Is that priest gonna live the stun? Oh, he is. They didn't kill the ad. They live anyway, though, right? Like, they're... Oh, yeah, they just instantly shit on it. Alright, let's fucking go.
Dude, I got chills.
They're gonna have a death. They're gonna have a death, though.
Why is my camera moving?
I didn't want to do this, boss.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, relax.
I'm lagging.
Res the Minsta.
You can get Real up. And
I got
room.
this.
Okay.
Oh, it's just a warlock. It doesn't matter.
This is still a phase. Please remember what group you're going to.
It's kind of not a phase.
Close.
Good thing we never used a weak aura for that.
I mean, with the warlock dead, they're still actually going to end up like pretty much on par with the other guild. This guild might see the Devourer though.
Dude,
left. Good play left.
Watch your debuff.
Middle here.
Three, 2, 1, in.
And it's dead.
Alright.
And dead.
That's ridiculous.
Okay.
What?
That's insane.
I missed
I
the whole
so
time.
you guys,
So much earlier.
you guys want to go on alts to do this again?
We
Top
were world
5
first,
is
right? Why do we-
fucking
Can we go
crazy.
get interact mounts and
That is crazy though. Like that is. Can you still get cutting edge? Nah, you can still get mounts though, which. I don't know, if you were to poll those guilds that have been playing over the last few weeks trying to kill this boss, like how much of them care about cutting edge versus the mounts? It'd probably be pretty split, honestly. Like, to some WoW players, mounts are like everything. Probably depends on the player, but will Fractalist be possible without weak auras? Yes, dude. That Fractalist is gonna instantly die. What happened to your Mog game? You used to be sillier. Oh, yeah. I don't know. All my characters have like default Mog. I don't even know how that happened. Wait, isn't it because they changed the system? I mean, I gotta just figure that out at some point. All right, that's probably it for me today. I think ain't nothing to do in game, so. Oh my god. Hey, how do you guys always know? How do they know? They're so excited. You had the ending stream tone? Yeah. Alright, see you guys later. GG's.